Shut up and sit down.
Oh dear. Very nearly missed it again. We was yattering away again like a pair of old women over something that we will inform you about in a minute, folks. But hello, and welcome to the Friday Frolic with me, Festa 67's workshop, and my sidekick for the evening, the GNU himself.
Hello.
Foxykins, how you doing, mate?
I am fine and dandy and trying to stifle a burp. I don't know why.
Well, while you're stifling your burp, I'll do me pimpish then. If you'd like to support me on this channel, to keep the videos coming and all the streaming coming, then head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop and consider becoming a patron. Tiers are as little as £1. Or you can click the join button. Same thing, tiers as low as £1. Joining them or becoming a patron gives you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout, where you can come and spend your time with us idiots. Or if you'd like to do a super chat, you can click the $sign at the bottom of the chat there between the emoji and the plus sign, and you can put a super chat in, put your comment in a nice big box. You get a bit of on-screen guitar.
Yep.
I sit there all loved up and getting all blubbery because people have thought of dear old Festa. And you get to hear me talk a lot about shrinkflation. There you go.
That's when he says tears for £1. It means you get his tears for £1.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'm going to do them in a bottle, Festa tears. Talking of intelligent and good people, because we'll get back to what us two idiots were on about in a minute, because I can see most of the show being devoted to Festa's day in the chat, because I've had a traumatic day, folks.
Oh, the trauma.
Oh, mate, the strap. I'm so hot in here at the moment. I'm going to take my t-shirt off. Sprue and Glue's in. He says, hi, Colin and Fox. I'll be watching on the telly as normal. Hopefully, Dave, I don't do any moob shots, mate. I don't want you swallowing your teeth. The Guru's in. He says, good evening, folks. Hello. And then I promptly go, hi, folks. Hi, David. And hi, Fox.
Yes. So I came back in here and I'm like, why did you say hello to me in the chat? He's like, I don't know.
So he says, hi, Festa. Fancy seeing you in. John Alec is in. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you in, buddy. He says, hi, Davey, Colin and Fox. Hello, mate. James from JC Bricks and his builds is in. It says, evening, morning, Colin and Fox, and all in chat, Festa Hugs and Fox Hugs. Hello, James, love to you, Alicia and Shania, and hopefully you're getting over your bout of Velociraptor, mate, because it is still
Velociraptor.
It is still a thing out there, folks. So please, if you're in a situation like me, where you've got immune issues and things, just bung your masks on for the few months. Just keep yourself protected.
Yeah.
PJ is in. He says, morning, Colin, a Gufform, a Fox, and all in chat. Hello, hey, PJ. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
Festa hug issued. Marcus is in. The purveyor of the Captain Bird's Eye Beard is in. On the good ship, Marcus, saying, hi, Colin, hey, Fox. All in chat. Hello, Marcus. How you doing? Peace out, man.
Hello.
Jeff Light is in. Says, hi, Colin, Fox. Everyone in chat. He's also saying audio and video is good. Thank you very much for your feedback. Oh, brilliant. Hello, Wayne. I was going to message you tonight. How you doing, mate? He says, hi, Colin Fox, all in chat. Only a few minutes left in my lunch hour and back to work. Just wanted to check in and say hi. Sound and video are excellent here in the colonies. Lovely to see you, Wayne. We messaged each other over Crimbo, but you know how I am, Wayne. As long as you're all right, mate, I'm an happy bunny. Lindsay's builds is in, says, morning, everyone. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in and saying a big howdy to this rather traumatised young Festa. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Many things have been proven today.
You're just a turd.
Depth of certain geological features has been confirmed.
Yeah, you're just picking on me. Oh, that'll be why.
Nothing.
That's because it ain't charged. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, how are you, Festa?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm fine. I can see what you're doing there. I am fine.
No, you asked me how I was. I'm asking you how you were.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine and dandy, mate. It's all quiet in Festa Tower. See what I did there?
Yes. It might be a very short show tonight, folks, and you'll find out why.
Hugh is in, says evening, fellow inmates. Hello, Hugh. How you doing, mate? Jake is in, says hi, Colin Foxx. Jeff, hi to Hugh.
Hey, Jake.
Hello, Jake. How you doing? For anyone that's interested, I am carried on with said bike this week because the eagle-eyed would have noticed it's been in paint. He says optimistically, trying to get that off. There you go. It's been in paint. So, yeah. So it's ready for a bit of decalage tonight. So that's what we're up to. What are you up to, dear?
Tonight I will continue painting my Cromlech greatcoat, Schmeisser greatcoats, which are basically Deathcore Krieg Orcs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Unofficial. But they're called Schmeisser greatcoats because they've got Orc MP40s and they kind of look like Deathcore.
Oh, nice one.
I'm painting these guys. I got the base blue colour down last week, so it's all good now.
That's right. Yeah, happy days, mate. So yeah, and everyone's saying audio and video's good. Hopefully hopefully we can stay on camera for you tonight because I'll try my best.
Don't push things too far. Don't promise too many things.
So how's me mum? I think I might have already asked you that, but I am deflecting, see, so...
Yeah, you are. Mama Wolf is fine. She's not been making any terrifically bad smells today, so...
Oh, she's on form, isn't she? Yeah.
We had to fumigate the house yesterday because she was making... I don't know how somebody little makes such big smells, but she did.
Yeah, it was epic, wasn't it?
It was unnatural. But yes, so... no, she's fine. She's all good. She's downstairs with some food.
Oh,
she's happy.
Bless her heart. And yeah,
and how is my mum? How is my mum and Aunt Winnie?
She's all right, mate. She's still bemoaning the world a little bit, my mum. And Winnie, there's signs of encouragement. So
yeah, was she swearing then or something?
Yeah. She was having a bit of a moan because she found out Lewis Hamilton's now going to be driving for Ferrari. So she had a bit of a Winnie wibble.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it?
Yeah. So
she's into a Formula One, is she? She's
into her Formula One, but she's not necessarily into Mr. Hamilton.
That seems actually adorable that she's like, she's a lady of age, and yet she likes a Formula One. That's quite cool.
Yeah, her philosophy is a driver through thick and thin should be loyal to the team, and she thinks that all the time that they was winning, he was loving it. But the minute they've had a couple of lame seasons, he's jumped ship. So she's not very impressed with him. So.
Well, isn't he going back to McLaren, who he was with before anyway? So.
No, he's going to Ferrari because he always said he wanted to finish his career at Ferrari or at least drive for them. So he's fulfilling an ambition. But yeah, it's one of them. And it's basically because Mercedes only offered him a 2-year deal, no further. So he's got his teddies out, and let's be honest.
The thing is, it's his third team, so he's not exactly loyal to any one team, is he, really?
No, exactly. He's loyal to
I don't even know about Formula One, but...
He's loyal to the dollar, mate. But
yeah.
But then most sportsmen aren't they?
Well, yeah, my very, very dear friend Nicky, who is no longer with us, was an absolute McLaren fan.
Yeah.
And oh boy, I don't follow Formula One, but oh boy, did I find out when he left to go for Ferrari. For Mercedes. Where did he go? Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, did I hear about that.
Oh, yes. Because it was the way it was done, wasn't it?
But if she was still alive now, she'd be even more having conniption fits that he'd gone to Ferrari because she hated Ferrari with a passion.
Yeah.
She hated Ferrari with a vengeance. She was McLaren through and through, she was.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like I say, for me, it was just good to hear Winnie have a wibble.
A Winnie wibble.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good sign, though.
Because what I tend to do with me mum is I ring her and then I get Winnie in as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And Winnie's soon to be getting a webcam, so we'll be able to Zoom.
Oh, God. Wait, hang on. You're exposing Winnie to technology.
Yeah.
Is this going to end in a good way or a...
Well, Alan will set it all up.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, and it'll be... I know what she'll do. She'll do a phone voice. You know that really loud voice that old folks do? Hello! It's like, you don't need to shout. It's the modern world,
Or they go super posh. Hello.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, don't forget, she does live in St. Wreatham.
Ah, that's true. St. Wreatham. I love that.
Yeah. So those that don't know, that's Streatham.
Yeah.
When she's in hyacinth mode, she actually lives in St. Wreatham.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
St. Wreatham there.
It's funny, though, because she'll get a taxi and she'll say, St. Wreatham High Street, please. And the taxi goes, you mean Streatham High Street? St. Wreatham, she goes.
Yeah, and anybody else in the car is like...
Cabby will just roll their eyes back and they'll go, yeah, believe you me, mate, just nod.
Yeah, they've seen it all before.
Yeah, she is funny, but it's good to see her back on form because she's been very poorly, bless her.
Well, I'm sending big hugs to Winnie, who doesn't know who the heck I am.
Yeah,
I've cleaned that one up.
Yeah, bless her.
But I don't care.
She's...
I like my Auntie Winnie.
Yeah, she's a ledge.
And is your mum still being a duvet burrito?
No, she's gotten out of it a bit now. She's come back to the real world. Now that she's been able to bemoan and get everything off of her chest, she's started socialising a bit now, but she's not a winter person at the best of times. It's election year, isn't it? And my mum gets a bit political. And yeah.
Why does that not surprise me?
But some of the names she calls the current lot, they're all a bunch of oily so-and-sos. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
But she's not enamoured, bless her. So
no.
But it's funny when you hear her going, if it was down to me, and then she reels off all this stuff, and it's like, right, how can I word this in a way that won't offend her?
Yeah.
Like, Mum, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't put everyone in a cage and send them off to the Isle of Wight on some kind of prison colony. You can't do that.
Not since Napoleon died.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do that to asylum seekers, Mum. We're not allowed to ship them off to the Isle of Wight like that. Why not? Because you're not allowed to do that, Mum. It's European and world law. And then that's it. She goes then. It's like, oh, God, she's off.
Yeah. Bless her.
But I wouldn't change her.
No.
It's comical, don't get me wrong. I mean, we all must have it. We all must have that with our parents where they get a little bit old school with things. And it's funny to hear, but also it's alarming to hear because you sort of think, really?
Well, part of it is like, you could say, oh, it's just people of a different generation. And it's like, you could say, yes, but they've also grown up through all the social change that's happened and to not be aware of it.
I mean, I can, hand on heart, say that there's not a racist bone in my mum's body. It's not things like that. What she gets the ump with. And I think it's the same with a lot of us. She doesn't mind as long as people pay their way. If they're coming to the country, they need to pay into the country's pot so that the country can keep treating the population. That's how she sees it.
Yeah.
And if they're going to contribute, fine, have at it, do your thing, and good luck to you. She's got no problem with that. But when she sees people getting off the boat with a brand new iPhone, the latest this, the latest that, and they get given an house and they've got no intention of doing anything to earn their way, that's when she gets a little bit lively with it.
Lively.
Then that's it. Then the barrier goes down as she gets verbally sweary with it. It's like, Mum, calm down, because you're going to have a stroke, love.
Oh, bless her.
But it's something she's passionate about. She's all for multiculturalism. She's all for equal rights. She's all for, gays and all of that. She don't bother her about any of that. What bothers her is people bleeding off the state. Yeah, she doesn't like benefit for all cheats or anything like that.
No. Well, no.
No, and it gives her the ump. And when she hears someone that says, oh, yeah, just claim the benefit, come round and I'll tell you all the things to claim because I know how to dodge the system. Oh, mate, that's full-blown pigeonhead in her book.
Well, yeah.
She proper gets leery with that because she's like, no, I'm not having that.
No.
So it's funny.
It's well, yeah, I mean things like that, benefit fraud and stuff like that. No, you don't. It's not acceptable.
So she Yeah, she's bit like me today with that parcel. She gets so obsessed that you've got to calm her down because she'll make herself unwell.
Now, this parcel you just mentioned.
Yeah.
What parcel would that be, Festa?
Oh, you get.
You're the one that backed yourself into that corner.
My lad had a parcel delivered today.
Oh, yes. Now, I know all this, so I'm just going to sit and listen and let him tell you.
He says to me, UPS are coming. I said, yeah, and would you want a medal? He said, I've got a parcel. So me being me, I said, oh, what parcel's that? He said, just a parcel. Damn. So straight away, Inspector Clouseau's ears pricked up. So anyway, this parcel's turned up, and the UPS driver used to deliver to my workshop. So we know each other really well. So, a bit of small talk, how you doing? Who's it from? He says, and I read the label, Games Workshop. That's the mistake I made, see?
Yeah.
So anyway, we parts company, he goes about his merry day, and I start what I thought was going to be a very easy, straightforward day. I goes off, I makes myself a cup of tea, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching boring telly, because that's what you do when you're having a cup of tea during the day.
When you've got nothing else on. But
I felt out of the corner of my wonky eye that I was staring at this parcel. And this is where my days started to unravel. Because this is so good. It resulted, because obviously I'm staring at it, straight away I imagine I've got X-ray vision and I can see through the parcel, which of course I couldn't. So then I started thinking, if I had a Superman power, it would be X-ray vision, all of that childish stuff. It would be to see through specifically Games Workshop packaging. Yeah, I started getting really obsessed, to the point I could not focus on anything else other than this poxy parcel. So I'm like, I went over, I sat with it for a little bit, just tapped it, gave it a nudge. I was like, gave it a little shake. I thought, bollocks. Oh, excuse me. I'll go and find out. So out I come here. I've got my tape measure out. I've got my parcel scales out. I'm measuring it. I'm trying to guess what's in it. In the end, it's ended up on me going on the Games Workshop site, looking at all their stuff, trying to see what package dimensions would fit in this box. So as you can imagine, when all I had to do was wait till he come home and say, what's in the box? And I forgot, because obviously I've come in here to do live. He was gaming at the time. And our paths haven't crossed, so I still am none the wiser. But the funny part is, I was telling him this before we came live on air. And he's now desperate to know what it is as well. I want to know what it is. He says it's a really big box. It's massive. Now, one thing he didn't tell you, folks, is there was at one point cradling. Oh, yes. I omitted that. I actually went over because I was protecting the parcel to make sure it was safe. It may have resulted in it spending at least 45 minutes on my lap. Just been nursed, cradled. Is that the safe place? Yeah. So, Well, this is it. They always ask you, don't they, when you get a parcel, would you like it left in a safe place? Well, what's a safer place than nestling in my arms? All I'm saying. Apparently the UPS guy says to him, can I leave it with you? And he's like, yes, it's Games Workshop. It should always be left with me. Absolutely. He did laugh, because he said to me, you're not going to be out there sit and look at that without wondering what's in it, are you? And I went, what makes you think that? He said, how many parcels do I deliver to this house? He said, that have got Games Workshop stuff in them. Many. I went, that would be an ecumenical matter. So, next time Festa says to anybody, I'm not down the hole. Oh, no, you can't throw me down the hole for that. He spent all afternoon staring like Daffy Duck on that little animated GIF, staring at this parcel, hoping that the power of his mind would allow him to Jedi mind trick the box open. And what were we saying about packing tape, Colin? I believe you mentioned packing tape. Damn it, you've remembered that bit as well. Bloody hell. You don't forget anything, do you? I forget nothing. I actually went on Amazon and then I ended up on Vistaprint looking for custom printable tape because I was going to get a reel of brown tape with Games Workshop on it so that I could open it and have a look in there and then re-tape it shut. To the point, I actually was going to use the contact us form on Games Workshop to ask whether I could purchase a reel of their tape. Like it was going to get here before he got home from work. But hey, you know.
Well, the thing is, Festa wasn't actually going to tell me that, but I was like, it's a pity you couldn't just get some Games Workshop tape, open it, and then reseal it. And he went,
Yeah, I'm like, how does he know that this is what my mind thinks? It's like he said, I kind of watched it go down the hole for the last,
Yeah, and it's also, I do exactly the same thing.
Yeah. So
there's a funny thing, and it's a funny thing that I do this, and I've said this before. Like when I get a package for me, and I've ordered something, but perhaps I've forgotten that I ordered it. And if a package turns up and I don't know what it is, and I think you're the same, I sit there and I think, could it be this? Could it be that? You jiggle it and you wait and you sit there. I sit there for ages trying to remember what it is and figure it out. And my brain's going, you could just open it because it's your package. I'm like, I know, but I want the mystery of finding out what it is.
Oh yeah, I went through all their options of what things can be, and I went onto their new releases section to see what had come out over Christmas. I've narrowed it down to a Tyrannid box set. That's what I've narrowed it down to. But like I say, if he's still awake when the Frolic comes off air, I will go upstairs to his room and see if he's still up, and I will ask him, one, to put Fox out of his misery, because I think Fox needs to know now as well.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to have to make him aware that the entire internet now needs to know, because everybody else watching this now wants to know what it is.
Talking of the chat, I do apologise. I've took my eye off the chat wall. Where did we get to? We got to Jake. Finally, he says, all quiet here and can have a quiet birthday until little one wakes up in the morning. Happy birthday, Jake. Happy birthday, mate. How old are you, Jake, by the way, mate?
7 3/4.
Yeah, happy belly button day to you, mate.
Yep.
Wade says, happy birthday. Hugh says, spent all day removing paint from my fingernails. Could be worse, I suppose. Nail varnish remover, Hugh. Is it that sort of paint you're trying to remove, or is it modelling paint?
There could be worse things to remove from your fingernails.
Yeah. James has remembered belly, bench and beverage because I got into a Warhammer ramble there. Thanks for that, James. He says, belly, mini pizzas, bench. Just finished the 125th 1990 Fox body Mustang, beverage, cherry Pepsi. Nice one, mate.
You don't want a Mustang with my body. Good God, that'd be a big fat round thing with moobs. You wouldn't want that.
Hugh says, not till 2025, he says, whatever that was about.
You don't want anything with my body.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, I know he's going to, in 2025. He's pulled out the extension on his contract, but he's enacted the little clause. But yeah, I knew that, mate. But thanks for letting us know again, mate. He said Lewis is the driver, his life. Hey, I'm not saying it isn't, mate, but you know, I can dislike a driver. Jeff Light says, when he was with McLaren, he stated he would never drive for anyone else. Yeah. Did that with Mercedes as well at one point, if I remember right.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how these people that do these things for money will actually go somewhere else when there's more money?
Absolutely. Teams and players come and go, and so do engineers. Absolutely.
Yep.
Bono will probably go with him. He's tier crew chief, but yeah. PJ says, Belly couldn't be bothered. Friday fodder was chicken McNuggets, fries and large chocolate shake. Good shout.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bench is the 112 MFH Alfa Romeo 8C 2900B. Yep, still on it. No problem there. Take as long as you want. Beverage. Beverage is Tullibardine single malt. Nice choice. Hugh says, never say never, he said. I said many things when I was 21. 47 years down the line, I may have changed my mind. Absolutely, mate.
I said many things when I was 21, and I've got no idea what any of them were.
Yeah. Jake says, I've got an 08 in green today, last night, and some little people. Happy days. Hugh says, 37, he says. John Alex says, going up. Be well, exactly. Hugh says, my math is just as good as my spilling. That's what you did.
Hey.
He says, the human mind is very dangerous, Cole. Best let it be. Exactly, mate.
Yeah.
And then Jake says, I am 26. There you go.
That's why if Colin ever gets one, we'll be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
No, it's true, though, because, I mean, I can actually sympathise with you, because I would have probably done exactly... I would have been sitting there and going, oh, what is it? What is it?
I get obsessed, mate. You know what I'm like. I'm terrible
I know
for
what you're
it.
like.
But it is what it is, you know. It's...
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I do all that when it's my own parcel, so somebody else's parcel. Especially if it's a dirty, great big Games Works. I said to him, I said, if that had been like a River Island or an IKEA box, you wouldn't have cared less. It's like, no, because it's Games Workshop.
Oh, yeah, because when I get a delivery, especially when he's signed for it, he watches me walk past and come down the stairs, and then he appears and just stands there. And I'm like, yeah, what are you after? Oh, nothing, he goes, you know, just making sure you got down the stairs okay. And I look at him and I go, yeah, you want to know what the parcel is? Yeah, he says, what did you get? And I go, why is that? Why'd you say that? Well, it's Games Workshop. I go, yeah, I know. So it's just as bad.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you've got two people in a house with the same hobby, it's going to be like that. And it's the right way to be, let's be honest.
He came out with the ultimate hole put down.
Oh, yeah.
I says to him, oh, you're so down the hole. And instantly he come back and went, it's hereditary.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
There's no way I could get out of that, is there?
$. There you go.
It's like, yeah,
that's the one.
I got beautifully owned, mate. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, he managed to nestle you in that little corner quite nicely.
Yeah, it's like, damn you with your wholeness and knowledge.
Well, it's like when Mama Wolf says something like to me, I just say, look, you made me. She's like, damn it.
Yeah. She can't get out of that. It's her fault.
Like, you're an idiot. Well, who made me? Nah. Although she has got a fair argument. If it's anything practical, then she can just blame my father, because he was absolutely useless at anything practical.
It was so funny because he tried to explain Warhammer lore to my mum.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like Jack Hackett out of Father Ted, my mum. Her eyes roll, and then you know you're due an explosive swear fest.
Yeah, because you're basically talking to her about toy soldiers at that point.
Yeah, and she's like, what a load of rollicks, she says. Yeah. So he's like, oh, but Nan, it says, she said, oh, don't even attempt to explain it to me, she said, because I haven't got that many F's to give, she says. He's like, oh, God, these old folk, he goes, and that's it. She goes, wait, who are you calling old? Yeah. So, yeah.
You're like, Mum, you're supposed to take an interest in what your children and grandchildren do.
Exactly. Yeah, but her come back to that is, yeah, there are limits.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the point of all of that, she says. It's like, Mum, it's a hobby. She says, hobbies ain't like they used to be. Oh, all right then, Mum.
It's like, well, what did you do, Mum? Yeah, what was your hobby?
Rolled a knob of coal down the middle of the road or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Collect coal or spoons or something.
So Kev's in, he says, bench is a 1/23 8th MS Victory gun deck. Belly sausage casserole with dumplings. Oh, casserole and dumplings.
Ooh, dumplings.
And mashed beverages, coffee. Happy days.
Dumplings are always the right idea.
Hugh says, I will be 58 in 3 days' time. Brace. Congratulations, Hugh. And have a nice birthday. Yeah. Hugh says, I remember when I was 26, it was a good time, but today is also a good time. Wouldn't change it for anything. Exactly, mate. I don't regret anything I've done in life, because everything has been something that I've learnt by. So I'm happy with that.
I've got regrets, I suppose, things that I would do differently. Nothing that I would lose sleep about, but stuff where I'm like, yeah, I wish I hadn't done that because that was really embarrassing or that was really stupid.
Yeah, but what can you do? You can't change it. It's happened, so there's no point dwelling on it, is there?
No. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not anything that I dwell on, but I do think, yeah, I wish I hadn't done that. Or if I was doing it again, I wouldn't do that kind of thing. But nothing that's there is one thing I would regret, and that's my ex, hooking up with my ex. But hey, hindsight is wonderful. 2020.
It's made you a better person. That's how you got to look at it.
Maybe.
Maybe it's because but no, let's not go down that road.
Maybe it's a barrow.
But yeah, it's one of them. Don't worry me, it is what it is. You get one crack at this, and you don't always get it right.
It did amuse me though. Shortly after we'd broken up, or it ended, that I was playing Pokemon Go, and there was a particularly large, fat, and ugly Pokemon in there. So I gave it her name because it looked just like her.
Oh, you're so hardcore.
I know. I was like, oh look, I know what, because you can rename all your Pokemon. So I'm like, oh no, I'm going to name this one.
Yeah, don't ever change, Fox.
No.
Oh dear. I say I've enjoyed every aspect of it. It's been a laugh. And this is the thing. People can sometimes take themselves too seriously and life too seriously. Come on. Let's just have fun.
I probably wouldn't change anything too much, like I say, really. I just kind of hope, I'd say, look, do everything the same, but please, for the love of dog, give me a fast forward button so I can get through some of it quick. Like, all the spotty teenager bit, just let me fast forward through that. I don't need to go through all that again. Some of the decisions I made in those days.
Oh, you look like you had been stood behind a fan where someone had thrown coffee through a tea bag. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and some of the clothes I had in the 1980s, yeah, they are things you regret. There are things you should regret.
Yeah, but, mate, I had a mullet. What can you do? It was the 80s.
Yeah. I had a thing for bolero jackets.
I went through the swashbuckling pirate stage. Not particularly proud of that, but hey,
That's all right.
Was the 80s. That's my excuse. Yeah. I am sticking with
it.
But
you can get away with it by saying it was the swashbuckling Adam and the Ants stage, which makes it more cool.
No, it wasn't to do with Adam and the Ants, to be quite honest with you. It was just...
I'm giving you an out here,
I know, it was just a look. I just liked the look for some reason. Got no idea why.
See, that's why I got the ponytail, because it was all piratical and like...
Yeah, it was just a thing. I'm not sure whether it was pre or post Adam and the Ants, but yeah,
it was kind of that whole new romantics thing that came in. It was probably the start of it, because that was linked into that.
Yeah, it just seemed the thing at the time, and then I just thought, no, I can't be doing with that now. So,
yeah. Our tastes change as time goes by.
Went through the Don Johnson stage with the white suit, espadrilles, and designer stubble.
Yep.
And dare I say it, and this is really going to get the internet turning on me.
Mm-hmm.
Highlights may have been involved.
Oh, you had the little the peaks, tips and peaks thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's probably the only thing in life I regret.
Oh yeah.
Because my sister managed to get a photograph of it, and it's like, damn it, and she's used it as ammo ever since.
You only regret it because there's evidence of it actually having been.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
If there was no evidence, you wouldn't regret it. No, don't regret that. Never happened.
Best thing I ever done, marrying my missus. That's the best thing I ever did. God, got myself out of that, didn't I, eh?
Well, not now you've just said that.
Yeah, I suppose there is that, yeah.
No.
Hey, mate, I'm still in the good books.
I'm getting scared now.
I ain't. I'm really comfortable with it at the moment.
And that's probably the plan. She's getting to the point where you don't think about it, because then she can, then when the trap springs,
lulling me to a false sense of security. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, she is. She's I don't know. She's building a nest or something. I don't know. I can't think of the phrase.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, she's happy.
Try for a minute. Oh yeah, just gonna blow my nose.
Did you see up my nose? See what I did there?
Oh, my nose has got all peas up it. Let's have a look. Belly earlier, says Jeff Light. Fish and chip, he says, so a single chip. Fish and a single chip. I'm taking the mickey now. With coleslaw, oh yeah, followed by raspberries and clotted cream. Oh, raspberries and clotted cream. Bench earlier, continuing slowly with my 135th Husky TSV. Beverage currently a Bacardi and lemonade. Now, very 1980s.
Oh, nice one.
Jake says, I think I'll start that one again. Jake says, I think every birthday ends up good if you or people make it good, as I've had some really bad birthdays, he said, rephrasing that, growing up, and the best birthdays I've had is since my 22nd.
Yeah.
Yep. Birthdays get better when alcohol gets involved.
Yeah, Yeah.
Hugh Gordon says, last thing we need is a fast forward button, Fox. Life is short enough. You've never met my ex. You fast forward through that 3 years.
Honestly, you couldn't come up with a more truthful statement there, Hugh, to be honest with you. That is pretty bang on, mate.
Unless you've met my ex.
Yeah, that's that old saying me uncle used to say to me, don't ever wish your life away, boy, you know? And
no.
Yeah, you couldn't come up with a more appropriate statement than that, to be honest with you.
True. Eh. You don't use it for short things anyway.
Exactly. So we got them two going on.
I was going to say something. The thing I was going to say was, I've got no idea.
The thing you was going to say is, yes, Cole, I am further down the hole than you, and I accept my wholeness graciously.
I was never going to say that, because I am not further down the hole than you, because I didn't spend all day obsessing over someone else's Games Workshop delivery.
Yeah.
To the point that I was... The thing that made me laugh was... This is what... Because he says to me, he says, it got to the point where I was on Games Workshop's website writing down all the measurements of all the different box sets to see which one it could be, and I was like... Or it could just be like 10 smaller things in a box that big. And
yeah, like, that set me off on a completely different tangent then.
Yeah, he was like, didn't think of that.
Didn't think of that. It's had the rattle test, it's had all sorts today.
It doesn't mean it's actually that big in the box. Don't think of that.
Like I say, I'm leaning towards the Tyranid box set.
I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street for a certain.
It's going to get to the point where I'm going to come in tomorrow in the chat and I'll be skipping like a 5-year-old because I know what it was, and you'll go, tell me. They go, no, you mocked me.
Right, what you're going to have to do tomorrow is do a stream tomorrow. We don't care what it is, but the pure purpose will be to actually let people know what this thing was.
You could wait till Sunday now, you. I'm not telling you nothing.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about all our friends out there in viewerland.
And try to rope the audience into your needs.
Who are now desperate to find out exactly what's in this box.
Oh, they're not. And
whose best interests I have at heart.
Yeah, they're all sitting there going, oh, we don't care. That's what they're doing.
But they're all sitting there going, we don't care. We do
but
care,
we need to know, yeah.
Yeah, we don't care, but we need to know. What's in the box?
It is one of them, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely.
I've decided what I'm doing with these great coats. You know, I was saying last week how when you get to the inside of the back of the coat, like inside where the legs would be, it's just a flat surface.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really sure how to paint it, because you can't paint it trouser colour and you can't really paint it coat colour, because none of that makes sense.
No.
So I'm basically just painting it trouser colour, and then where you can see the coat, I'll paint the edges of the coat, and then hopefully when it gets the washes, it'll just be dark under there and you won't really know. But like here, I'll paint that bit of the coat there, I'll just paint an edge.
Yeah.
So it looks like the thick edge of the coat, because there's no sculpting in there to suggest legs, so it's like, but you can kind of see under it, so I'll do something.
Got your quote ready?
Oh, yep.
Jeff is in our very own model-making Carl Sagan, saying, hi, Festa 67 and Fox, and all in chat. Good evening, Jeff. Good morning.
Modern science... I'll start that again. Modern science has been a voyage into the unknown, with a lesson in humility waiting at every stop. Many passengers would rather have stayed home.
There you go. Our very own model-making Carl Sagan there, folks. Nice to see you in, Jeff. Hope you're keeping well, buddy.
Hey, Jeff. Big hugs to you, my radio announcer friend. He's just got the perfect American radio, like drive time radio kind of voice.
KFVC 18.
Yeah, whatever channel he would ever do, it would start with a K. Welcome to KCMD Radio.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The home of the Cougars.
Nice bit of jazz. Great. Yeah, legend. And a very decent fella.
He's a lovely, lovely... He's a lovely fella.
He is. He's a lovely
Don't listen
fella.
to what they say about him. He's a lovely, lovely fella. He really is. Really lovely. I'll stop now.
Yeah, I would, mate.
I have.
So we got that one there. So that's... 34 goes on that one, Cole, so let's do that one first. Others then got 32 and 25. 32. Powers of deduction, 25.
New.
Hugh saying, well, how doodly do, Jeff? There you go.
How doodly.
Hugh, Jake is saying, what box? My boy got a parcel today, Jake, and it had a Games Workshop label on it. So I ended up getting me tape measure out, measuring it, and I spent the afternoon cuddling and cradling the box, trying to figure out what the hell was in it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm obsessed, but I needed to know.
Obsessed.
And I still don't know. And I'm actually quite excited trying to figure out what it is.
What he's not actually saying though, right, what he's not actually saying, and this is how bad it is, that he would have done all this even if his son had been at home.
Yeah.
To receive the parcel. He said, right, leave it with me for about an hour because I need to
Yeah, I've got to acclimatise the box.
Yeah, I've got to let it settle in.
This actually sounds quite plausible, that.
So look, I'm your father and I'm your welcoming committee for all your Games Workshop parcels. I like to make them feel welcome.
Yeah, I could have bought the dad card seniority and he would have gone, yeah, leave it out, old man. I'm 30. Yeah.
Yeah. Other tactics might have been available.
Yeah.
And probably were deployed. But yes, it doesn't matter that his son it wasn't there. If his son had been there, he still would have done all that.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
and like I say, he tends to watch these shows, so he'll end up watching this back. And I know what he'll do. He'll hold me to ransom because he now knows I need to know what's in the parcels.
What was in the box? Don't know.
Yeah.
What box was that, Dad?
Yeah.
Don't do this.
So,
Don't do what?
like, yeah. So I'll just be saying, you know that paint rack I made available to you?
You'd be like, fair point, well made.
Fair point. I'll go and get the box. Thank you. Could you put all the items back in the box and tape it shut so that I can open it? That's probably why I was obsessed, because I wanted to be the person to open it, but it wasn't to be.
The thing is, like this is one of the reasons that there's been a few times, like, over the last years when I've ordered stuff for Colin. And most of the time he knows what it is because I've said I've ordered this thing for you and it's going to turn up. But there's been times when I've just ordered something and not even told him something's turning up.
Yeah,
because I know what he's like. If a parcel turns up and it's for him and he doesn't know what it is because he's not ordered anything, like, he's worse than me.
Yeah, I sit there for a good 15, 20 minutes just thinking, who it could be. What did I order?
Who's it from?
Am I going to be in trouble for buying more stuff? How can I get out of it? Where can I hide the evidence? And then it's like, I need to know. But then I start trying to analyse what I think it is. And
yeah, you could have just opened the box.
Could have opened the box, mate, yeah. But it's just one of them things. Di did it to me when he gifted me a load of stuff and I proper got all blubby because it was like, oh. Yeah,
that was a good box, that. You just reminded me. You just reminded me. I've got that kill rig that I bought from Si. I've not even made yet.
I do blub up every now and then, folks. It has been known.
He does. Like I said before, when he said it's £1 for a tier on Patreon and memberships, it's £1 for his tiers.
Yeah. Well, it's just very humbling, isn't it? And I say it a lot, but it is. It's very humbling.
Mm-hmm. You're very humbling.
Yeah. And I do. I get all a bit blubby. I get all emotional. But yeah. Like I say, especially if you've had a fag end of a time. and then something good like that is happened. You're like, yeah, just perfect timing as well, isn't it? Normally, so.
Yep. That's why sometimes if I send him something, I'll just keep quiet. I mean, I'm rubbish at... I get excited when I send people things, so I just end up blurting out what it is, but a few times I've been able to resist the temptation.
Oh, he'll drop the most unsubtle hint. Not that I'm saying anything, he goes. I go, here we go. But you might be receiving a parcel over the next few days, but I'm not going to tell you what it's in it, but it's X, Y, and Z dimensions. It's like, yeah. Okay.
I do try. Sometimes I do try to not say anything at all, and it just doesn't work.
But then I know he's just like me. He's a coiled spring because, one, he wants to see my reaction, but also kind of wants to tell me what it is as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, true.
But we are both there, but we just can't keep a secret, could we, when we've sent each other something? We're just like, yeah. I haven't sent you a bust. I haven't sent you this, but, you know, it might feel like that's what's in the box, but it isn't, honest. Yeah. What we like.
Not that I'm saying anything, but if you were to choose a particular X, which X would you go for?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Steve is in, says good evening or hello, mate.
Hey, Steve.
Hugh Gordon says, I must admit, I'm not everyone's pint of beer, but I mean no harm to any living creature. What's that says? Colin ALK. Walk my life. I went out on Friday night and I returned on Sunday morning. This stream keeps me sane. Absolutely, Hugh. I've said this before. Not a lot of people understand your humour at times. Luckily, I've hung out with you in the past and I get you. But sometimes you can go for shock value in the chat and it'll throw people off because they don't know you. You know, but like I've said before, you haven't got a malicious bone in your body, mate. You're only having a laugh with people and it gets lost in translation. So when I do hear a slight anti-Hugh vibe going or developing, I do try to put a stop to it because I'm lucky enough to know you and know what you mean. So,
yeah. It's
one of them. Everyone can be very quick to judge people, but get to know people first is my motto.
And it is quite difficult as well when, you know, something that in your head you can say in your head and it makes perfect sense. But when you actually do it as a written, typed out thing, sometimes it doesn't quite work.
Oh, absolutely.
It can come across the wrong way. And sometimes when, you know, we all do stuff.
I've done it many a time where someone has made a perfectly innocent comment. But because it's in words, because it's in words, you read it and you think, I ain't having that. So you I wouldn't say kick off at them, but you question what the hell they meant by that.
Yeah, you take something the wrong way.
Yeah, and you'll take it the wrong way. Then you feel an arse then for taking it the wrong way. But that's just how it is, isn't it? Yep. You know, sometimes you can write something meaning it very sincere and it actually looks or sounds like you're taking the mickey. I've got kind of voice where you'll say to someone, like my missus, go, oh, that's a really nice dress. But it'll sound slightly sarcastic when you say it. And she'll go, what's wrong with it? And I go, nothing. Why did you say it like that? Like what? What have I only said you've got a nice dress.
Well, the beauty of me and Colin's friendship is that we both know that whenever we type something to each other, we are just taking the piss. Every single time. We are just mocking each other every single time we type a sentence. So there's nothing to mistranslate or misunderstand because everything we write is mockery.
Yeah, but I can remember you got pilloried once after you made a comment in one of my live streams about my Twitches.
Oh, yeah.
And you got pretty much hung, drawn and quartered, didn't you? And it's like, that's our banter.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You know, he's not been offensive.
It's like, you know, you couldn't say that, but I can.
Yeah, and it was quite funny, wasn't it? And I said to you, I said, you're not getting any personal grief, are you? I said, only I've had a few messages that people want to shoot you at dawn. And you was mortified, weren't you? Because you was like, dude, I didn't mean that. I said, I know that. I said, but the audience have picked up and think you actually were having a pop. So I'll just on a bit of a mission. Because I knew he would see me responding to the comment and would have then thought, oh, God, I've upset something. And then it would have upset you. So I just gave him a heads up. You'll see a comment in the chat later. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm just putting to bed that, you know, people may have thought that you was being disrespectful. So,
but that's the funny thing. It's like, because we've got that friendship, we can say those things to each other. It's like, it's not carte blanche that anyone else can do it, because you get your face handed to you on a plate. But
yeah,
because we're, you know, we're like brothers, it's like we can just be merciless with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you say all the time, though. It's, we both find it hilarious when people think that we're like always arguing with each other and fighting and stuff on live streams, because we're not. We are like brothers. It's like,
yeah,
we treat each other like, you know, idiot brother-in-law. We are each other's idiot brother-in-law, basically.
We are pretty good at the mock argument bit, I must admit. Perhaps too good for our own good.
Yeah,
but it works. People like it. People like our bickering.
If we weren't that good, then it wouldn't be as much fun.
Yeah. It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
My mum said it once. She said, how do you two manage to stream like you do? She said, when you don't get on. I said, we do get on, Mum. I said, it's humour, banter.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, then. This modern humour, she said. Oh, here we go. It's not 1936, Mum. No, come on, move forward, love.
Can you see me washboard?
But, yeah, because, you know, she was one of them. She's like, he's having a pop at my boy. I ain't happy about that. I said, Mum, he's not. She doesn't understand or get how I can be so flippant about my situation.
Yeah.
Because as Mum, you know what it's like. Mum's worried, don't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when
they take stuff seriously.
Yeah, when she hears someone having a slight pop or a slight humorous dig at my expense, she kind of thinks that they're being disrespectful. And when she hears me do it and laugh about it, she's like, you should take it more serious, boy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Mum, it's not ruling me life, love. Come on.
Yeah, take it seriously. You just end up curling up into a ball and doing nothing.
Exactly, but she don't quite get that, bless her. Whether or not that's a generation thing, I don't know. But she does find it a bit difficult when she hears stuff like that aimed at me, because she gets all defensive, doesn't she?
Well, that's just your mum being protective of her son, isn't it? So
yeah, because my nephew made a comment and she apparently tore him to pieces. Oof. Because he came in on one of our shows in the chat, and he was having, he was having one of his usual pops, because we have that acidic humour relationship.
Yeah.
And apparently he said to me, so I've just been reprimanded by your mum, he says. But, oh, yeah. He said, yeah. I said, why is that? And he told me, and I went, oh, just let her be. So I did try to explain it to her, he said, but she wouldn't have it. That was funny.
Bless her. Bless her. I love your mum. She's brilliant.
Hugh says, Scottish humorous bone, it's a thing. Yeah, my missus is terribly acidic with her humour. And for years, people found it very difficult to relate to her because they thought she was so dour and blunt. But it's the delivery of the humour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, that's the whole thing of the dour Scot.
Yeah. Steve comes up with my Festaism I used before the show. He said, you should have opened the box and said you thought it was for you. Yeah, I wouldn't get away with it, mate. I might have used that one in the past.
Yeah, because the thing is, I said that to him and he says, yes, that was considered, but it wouldn't have been practical.
Yeah.
That's when I suggested about changing the packing tape, and he's like, I thought about that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not something that I hadn't thought about.
No, exactly. It was like, yeah. Yeah, it's like getting a life, really, isn't it? I need to get a life. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Well, I said to Colin, I said, I'm going to guess that your Amazon history now includes portable handheld X-ray machines.
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, they are a thing.
Not denial.
Yeah, I didn't deny it, did I?
No, there was no denial issued.
So,
right, I shall be back in a minute.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. But no, I like your thinking there, mate. I really do, because it's pretty much exactly what I was thinking.
Portable X-ray machine.
Jeff Light says, yeah, we are very curious of what's inside. I will update you all, because I will inquire.
I'm still here. I hope I'm still here.
Yeah, you said you was going off somewhere. That's why I'm reading the chat.
La la.
Yeah, we're still live.
Can't hear you, Cole. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Ignore me.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore you, mate, because I can see us going out on the YouTube because I've got my meters on the other screen, you pilch.
I'm back. Yes, don't worry about me. Right, I'll go back in a minute.
Yeah, I thought you was going anyway. Shut up and let me read the chat, will you?
Go for it.
Go on then, fuck off. He says, I'll be doing that tomorrow when we get a load of parcels, but only got one this and that for the drill, for the layout. Absolutely. But yeah, I will update you because I do need to know. It's really getting to me now. Hugh says, spill it again, must try harder. Jeff says, hi to Jeff PJ. Awesome photos you've been posting recently of your MFH Alfa Romeo. Yeah, it is beautiful. It really is a nice thing. Yeah. So, remember Bernard Manning says Hugh was humorous, apparently. Billy Connolly was uncouth. Yes. Yeah, I liked Billy Connolly's observational humour, especially when he was at the docks and the stories and all of that lot, you know, because he had a really good gift, I felt when he was live, where he could start telling a story, then he would go off onto something else, and about 20 minutes later, he would then come back to the original story and not miss a beat. And that, to me, is a very clever thing to be able to do. And he done it well. I don't know how he's doing these days, because, bless him, he's fighting... Is it Alzheimer's and Parkinson or Parkinson's? Something like that. But yeah, he's been poorly bad, bless him. So, yeah. An institution, bless him. But very talented observational comedian. And some of the Billy Connolly, Michael Parkinson get-togethers were just comedy gold. So, yeah. If you haven't seen them, go on to YouTube, folks, and just YouTube Michael Parkinson, Billy Connolly, best bits. There's some gold in there that, yeah, absolutely perfect observational comedy. Let's just see what else was going on. Jake says, are you doing the Facebook group tonight? What, you mean the gallery? That's normally on a Sunday, Jake. Sundays is the gallery show, mate. This is more at the bench stuff, late night stuff, to try to just keep people occupied when they're at their benches and just chat along with you as you're building, mate. But no, if you've got stuff for the gallery, folks, we'll be doing a gallery on Sunday. So we got that to look forward to. I do look forward to a bit of gallery, I must admit, because it gives me a chance to see the proper work that gets done on models, not my inane drivel. So, yeah, it's always nice to see what everybody else has been up to. Are there any more decals to go in tinsy-wincy places? He's back. That's those. So I can get on now with the other side decals now, the fuel tank and things like that. The eagle-eyed of you will remember this from a video I did during the week on micro mesh. And yeah, look how that came up. That had a big old blemish right in the middle of that tank. And yeah.
Ooh. That reminds me of the lion in the Herbs that had the big red, shiny nose. There's an age thing.
Yeah, the Herbs. Yeah, with H.
I think it was in Herbs.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
And this like big red, looked like a big drop of jam or something.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I made a jammy scone earlier.
Oh right, yes.
And I didn't realise when I bought the jam, I'd bought raspberry jam instead of strawberry jam. Oh, it was so nice.
Oh, was it? Was it tasty? Very, very tasty.
I've decided now that raspberry jam is vastly superior to strawberry jam in every single way.
Oh, yeah, raspberry is always nice. I've always preferred
It's like
raspberry.
strawberry jam with flavour. Oh.
I dare I say it doesn't taste as sweet. Not to me, anyway.
Yeah, it's got a bit more oomph to it, a bit more mid-range, a bit more structure to it. Plus, it's got billions of little tiny seeds in it as well, which is funny.
So we got a fairing, one of them. And we got here his rump. That's got to have a decal on it, which is that one.
He likes to focus on your rump, don't you, Cole?
I do. Can't beat a bit of rump. No. Have a bit of that. That's all fairing over there. Look.
Have you a bit of that?
And then that is for the cowling. Have you some of that, my son? Right. Happy now. Hugh says Scottish humour. He can still tell someone to feek off without them getting their pantsies in a fankle. Yeah, exactly, Hugh. Yeah, I love that sort of observational even humour. It just, I just love it, you know, and it's the ability. And I think this is a thing across a lot of Scottish comedians. Chick Murray used to do it really well. They're great orators, great storytellers, so they can add a story to their comedy. And I think of that Chick Murray one where he says he was walking along the street and fell over. And someone says to him, "Did you fall?" And he says, "No." He said, "I'm trying to break a bar of chocolate in my back pocket." And to me, that's just, yeah. And Connolly did one about seeing a Scotsman having a pee against the wall and then getting their keys out of their pocket and opening their own front door.
Yeah.
And it's such a Scottish thing that you would see, isn't it?
Yeah, Connolly's like a master of observational comedy.
Oh, he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Breaks my heart to see and hear of his struggles now, but
yeah,
it is sad, but hey, you know. I'm sure he sees the funny side and makes the odd witticism about it.
Yeah, he's done interviews and things where he's commented about it, and he kind of, he jokes a little about it. You can have to, don't you?
Yeah, it's a Ducati car, isn't it? I do like Ducatis. I'm actually that sad. I've ordered another one of these bikes. Exactly, yeah, exactly the same one.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm going to hack it. I'm going to festerize it because not so any Ducati aficionados, they may want to look away when I do my next one. But it's just something during the build you see a shape or an image, don't you, that sticks with you.
You're biologically compelled to fiddle with stuff.
Yeah, and I saw a silhouette that I found really quite attractive as I was putting this together, and I'm like, I'm going to get another one, and yeah, I'm gonna modify it slightly. So
modify.
Yeah, just to show you what you can do with a little bit of creativity.
He was looking at it and he went, "Oh, hello."
I did. I was like, "Ooh, that would be nice." Yeah, a bit extreme, but
yes,
blow it. That's how I see it.
A bit of a mental trouser tent.
Yeah.
Not a Rudy's tent, but like a intelligence.
Yeah.
Sort of, ooh.
Absolutely. It's actually not on that panel.
Stimulus to your thinking folds.
Yeah, so we don't need that one. We want, where are they gone?
Need and want.
I'm
a friendly lion called Parsley in monochrome. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. It wasn't actually Parsley, was it? No, it was some other TV series. I can't remember what it was now.
I'm trying to think, mate, but
it wasn't Parsley. No, it was something else.
Wasn't Hector's house, was it, where they had all the herbs in the garden?
No, that was Parsley.
Oh, was it? I don't know. I can't remember.
Was Hector's house the herbs, or was the herbs a different thing to Hector? I can't remember.
The herbs might have been its own one. I can't remember now. It's that long ago.
But no, it was like a lion, but it had a bright red, very like it was almost like a drop of liquid jam about to, but it didn't. It was just when I was a little tiny kid, because I was a bit too young for like Hector's house and the herbs. It was a few years before me, but God, you know, painting the leather straps on these great coats. It's taken me back to painting Tamiya Wehrmacht.
Oh, right.
Back in my childhood, when I'd like get a German vehicle or tank and I have to paint the German soldier, and I'd be painting the straps on his webbing. Oh, it's taking me back, man. But I'd be painting with like Tamiya flat black or red brown, because I was an idiot. It's taking me right back. Oh, getting flashbacks.
Wouldn't it be cool, right, if you could go back and visit your younger modelling self? and just whisper in your ear of all the good things that are going to come along later on in the hobby.
Oh God, yeah.
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Although I think if I went back to myself in my teenage years, I'd probably be talking about other things than modelling.
Yeah, because back then it was all snot glue, wasn't it? And
yeah. I'd be saying, use this kind of paints and use these glues, and this girl you'll meet in 2003. Don't go there. Well, just don't do it.
You did dodge a bullet, dear.
Well, yes. Bullet was a flipping high Mars.
Move on, Fox. Move on. Get over it.
Oh, I have. Don't worry about that.
Bless.
I see the upside of it nowadays.
Oh, yes, because I can't imagine that she sat there worrying about you.
Oh, God, no.
There you go. Actually, that's a non-decaled, so leave the non-decaled over there. Put the decaled over there. That's how it works, Colin.
Decal, non-decal, decal, non-decal.
In a very friendly line called Parsley in monochrome, Hugh says, silly old Hector. Herbs was black and white in my day. Deal the dog. That was it. Deal the dog. Yeah. Yeah. Things we remember, eh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dropping.
We've done them. We've done that. So that could now do with a bit of strong, just to bring them edges round now, to get them to conform.
Bring them edges round.
Sit that on the corner there, so I don't ruin it with me big old fat fingers. That can go on there, because that's decaled, so can that. Bosh.
Bosh, was it?
Have some of that, my old son.
Right. Other appliance brands are available.
I see what we did there.
You see what I did there? You're proud of that, aren't you?
I am quite proud of that, mate. Yeah. Not very proud, not massively proud, because you've been mocking me for my parcel awareness. But
hey, if I didn't mock you, I wouldn't be doing my job.
I'm working through the tears, mate.
I get the union on me back giving me grief because I wasn't doing my job. So
and I
have to mock you just to cover my arse.
Those that are wondering just what I'm up to off screen there, I've got my little cup heater there that I put me decal water on, and it's a little USB cup heater that plugs in just under me bench there. So yeah, that's what it is. So just in case you was wondering why I keep disappearing off of shot, it's because I've got me decal water. And what that does is I have the little metal pots because they retain the heat, and it just sits on there. It's basically a little cup warmer.
You're a little cup warmer.
Yeah, it's an absolute godsend. It really is. So,
is it on your Amazon store?
Yes.
Yes, I keep meaning to get one. You like the way I pimped that for you?
I did. I'm very impressed. Yes.
Available for weddings, parties, and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, at least I think it is. If it isn't, it will be imminently, but I can't go and check at the moment, but I'll have a check when we come off air.
Yeah. It will be. It will be.
But I've got a feeling it is. It's been something I've been using for a long time, so it's bound to have worked its way on there. But
yeah, I've been meaning to get one for a long time. You keep mentioning, oh yeah, I meant to get one, then I never do.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? You know, it's not the be all and end all. You don't have to use one, but it's like anything. You know, we have a bit of warm a bit of warm water, and it just keeps it warm for me. So
it'll be an absolute godsend when you're doing decals.
Yeah,
because there's nothing worse than like your first two decals are brilliant, but then after that they take about 45 minutes to come off the paper because your water's gone cold, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
pain in the bum.
But yeah, it just works for me.
Sometimes
Sometimes it's just them simple things that make life a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what H says when you fix something for her. It's them simple things that make things much better.
Exactly. Oh, yes.
Well, since I came back, I've now painted almost... No, actually, I haven't finished at all yet. I've not even finished painting the webbing on one dude, and I've got 10 of them.
Really?
Just getting the base red, the base brown colour down.
Yeah.
Because it's all tiny, tiny, and I love it. I'm much more comfortable. It sounds really weird, but I'm much more comfortable at this scale than I am big bust scale.
Yeah, you wasn't enjoying that last week, was you?
Yeah, I need to work on that for a bit, I think. Need to get some practice in.
Psychological, mate.
Yes.
It's like anything. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
No. Just because it's not really suited to the techniques that I'm familiar with, so I need to learn new techniques.
Yeah, you need to practice a bit of blending and that.
To learn some things.
Always the thing with stuff like that is blend, glaze, and all of that. Yeah.
Yep. Because we are always learning new things.
Yeah. Dare I say it, it's difficult to do live anyway at the best of times.
Well, yeah.
Because it's one of them you need to be up close and personal with.
Mm-hmm. It's the kind of thing, if it's a new technique I'm learning, I really need to be paying attention to it, not trying to do a live stream at the same time. Because with live streams, I need to be able to not paint that colour on the arm. I need to be able to really kind of almost be on autopilot with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Which, when it comes to painting this scale, I can kind of switch off. Especially building I can do without thinking, but painting as well.
And also, at the smaller scale, you can get away with a lot more than you can in a larger scale.
Yes. It may well be that I end up being no good at that kind of size thing. I don't know.
Worry about it. We can't be all good at everything.
No, I'm not going to assume that I'm going to be good at everything. It's like I'm no good at shiny cars. I know that. I'm happy with that. I accept that. It's not a problem for me. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee.
We can't, like I say, can't all be good at everything.
No. Anyone who thinks they're good at everything is just a spoon.
Yeah.
Or anyone who expects to be good at everything hasn't tried everything.
It's like,
and failed.
All right, just want
to accept there are things, you have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as it is.
That's the beauty of this hobby, mate.
That's the beauty of gas.
All right, like that.
I'll tell you what, I did a Trump last night in bed. When I woke up this morning, it was lingering. I'm like, wow, that's been all night. That's
really?
Kind of scary. I don't know what I'd eaten to deserve that kind of creation, but it was still there, lingering.
Jake is asking what scale is the Warhammer stuff?
It is what they call heroic scale, which is about 1/53rd, but it's not realistic proportions for a lot of them. But it's ish around about 1/53rd scale. Kind of. But if you look at, like, say, the Imperial Guard, the bog standard human figures, they're not actually realistic proportion. They're a bit more stocky and it's called heroic because they're more stocky and bulky than an actual person.
Yeah.
But it's around about 1/53rd. Although, ironically, an Imperial Guard tank commander fits perfectly in a Meng Toon tank. They go together perfectly. So.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of people, when they play Deathcore Krieg, because Deathcore models are so expensive from Forge World, a lot of people, when they're just, I know I've done it now, when they're just starting out playing Krieg armies, they use a lot of things like Tamiya 135th Tigers, Tiger 4s and things like that. The early 1940s, late 39 tanks, because they just about look the right size for Deathcore Krieg, which are, normal dudes. And there's nothing on particularly a tank or anything that tells you what kind of size it is, so you can get away with that. Plus, they kind of fit the Deathcore Krieg aesthetic, which is quite nice. Oops. If there's nothing on there that's got like a seat or a window or anything like that, they can kind of use them as proxies. So it's about 1/53rd. Short of. Is that all the leather I need to paint on him? Oh, and I've got his boots as well, haven't I? We'll come back to the boots after I've painted the puttees. I don't like that word.
Puttees?
Putty, yeah, the gaiters, the putty. I don't like the word puttees. I don't like it.
Oh, that's what they're called.
I know, but it's just I don't like the word. It's not a good word.
Anyone from the military there that can make the decision? Can we now change the name? Only Fox don't like it.
I don't like the word. It's just, I don't know. Some words just are unpleasant.
That's odd. How can you find the word putty is unpleasant?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, complex young character you are at times.
I am. It's like all the correct words for all the Rudy parts. They're all horrible words. There's no good words. Parts.
That is so 1950s Ovaltine.
I'm considering your monetization. So
yeah.
So yes, all the actual biological correct names for Rudy parts, they're just not good at all. There's so many nice names for bits of the body, and when it gets to that bit, everybody went, no, let's give them all the worst possible words that can't use ever.
Yeah, the ones that make you snigger when anyone says it, yeah.
Yeah, you could never use them in serious conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't know, sometimes there are just some words that are like the word equivalent of Radio 1. They're just, you balk at using them or hearing them.
Yeah, you're like...
don't use that word again.
Not just me, then.
No. There's probably a name for it. Words that make you kind of go, ew. Like a lot of people don't like the word moist.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. But I won't respect it, because I'll still sit there and get the microphone and go, moist.
Yeah, it's because you can.
No. Because I've got the microphone and you guys haven't, so you have to sit and suffer it. Ha ha ha, the power. The power.
You need to get out more.
Yep.
Right.
I like to consider myself a sociopath, but on a really small budget.
I can see what you did there.
A power-hungry sociopath on the world's smallest budget. I rule with an iron fist over the roly-polies and things and the little spiders that live in this house. That's another word I don't like, woodlouse.
Yeah.
What the Americans call roly-polies.
My missus calls them earth pigs for some reason. Don't know why.
Oh, that's brilliant. There's apparently like 1 million different names for them in the UK alone.
Yeah.
But I'm now going to call them earth pigs.
Yeah, that's what Helen calls them, earth pigs.
Earth pigs. But yeah, I don't like the word woodlouse, because if you say, yeah, I've got a woodlouse in my house, it sounds like you've got nits or something. It's like saying my house has got crabs. It's just horrible.
I just think it's a really perfect word.
Yeah, earth pigs.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit like tardigrades being water bears.
Yeah.
Earth pigs. I like that now. You can tell HR now, I officially call them earth pigs.
Yeah, I shall do, mate. I'm sure she'll sleep
got really
well
weird.
now.
They've got really weird names in different areas, like knacker pops and old Tommies and things like just woodlouse. It's not a good word, but I love them. I think they're so adorable. We always get one in the bathroom because they tend to. I think we've got like an old window ledge, and they tend to live around that because you can nibble on the bits of wood fibre. But every now and then you come and you find one pootling about in the bathroom sink because it's gone where the water is. It's gone for a drink of water and got stuck.
I just leave them to do their thing at the end of the day. It's like they're not doing me any harm.
I just let them walk onto my hand and put them somewhere moist.
Yeah, they just go back underneath the edge of the skirting board. It's like, because we live in quite an old house, so.
Yeah, I like them. They're clear up all. They're like little cleaning crews, the clean-up crews. I like them. But you can get really big ones as pets, and there's some really pretty ones.
Yeah.
They're called isopods, and there's ones that are like black and white stripes. They're called zebras. Yeah. Funnily enough.
But yeah, there you go. Officially, earth pigs is a thing. Yeah.
Earth pigs. I like that.
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's the best thing, earth pigs.
I used to think to myself, what on earth is she on about? Bloody earth pig. I used to say, what's an earth pig? One of these. It's a woodlouse. No, it's an earth pig. So for most of my married life, I've now been calling them earth pigs as well.
I shall call them earth pigs. Because woodlouse it's an aggressive little word, woodlouse.
Oh, it just sounds very
unclean,
ye olde unclean Victorian stroke street, doesn't it? Just
it makes it sound like you can't keep your house clean, and I've got woodlouse. It's horrible.
King Henry executed him because he had woodlouse.
Woodlouse. It's like saying, yes, my house is a festering pit of filth.
Yeah.
Whereas if you say I've got earth pigs, it's like, oh.
Edward Leonard is in saying hello, squishy alert.
Hang on.
There you go. That's our official greeting for Edward Leonard. Lovely to see you in, Edward. Hope you keep him well, mate.
Talking of earth pigs, they've just recently discovered a new isopod species at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, have they?
In one part of the ocean, about 6,000 feet down. And unlike the ones that you get at the real deep oceans, which are about a foot long.
Yeah.
Because a proper isopod, deep sea isopod's about that big. It's like a foot long, and they're great. They're awesome.
Yeah.
These are only about like the size of your palm of your hand. They're so cool. But they showed photographs of this article, and every single photograph was of the underneath, which is all the legs. It's like, some people would be like, oh, it's gnarly. It's like, no, show the other end. Show the top. It's cute.
The
pigs.
You didn't know what I was going to sing then, did you?
I was struggling to figure out how you were going to go on that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking, wait, it can't be armpit. I didn't use the word armpit. What?
No. There you go.
That's such a great word.
That's your new favourite word, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I love anything that's got a name where they simply add the word sea to it.
Yeah.
Like sea pig or sea something. And I was listening to a podcast once, and they were talking about something. Yeah. And they were talking about plants in the deep oceans. There's a plant called a sea pea.
Yeah.
A pea that grows, and they call it sea peas. And then the whole people in the podcast just spent 5 minutes going, sea peas.
I like peas.
Peas.
Well, you knew that was coming, didn't you?
I knew that was coming. I prepped it.
I like peas.
I lit the blue touch paper in.
I didn't let you down.
Nope. I didn't let me down. You're a great man. Fester, Winchester, McSporran, Barrow, Wilkinson, you swine that you are. I don't know where I went with that. I just kind of went off on a tangent.
I've got no idea where you was going with that.
We in Belgium, he'd. It isn't for you to know. I apologise to all the viewers from Scotland.
Why? I'm sure they'll understand.
No, my accent was terrible. I just completely butchered the Scottish accent of some sort. My father would be violently gyrating in his, well, pot, let's be honest. He's still in an urn. He's not been spread about yet.
Oh.
It's only been 20 years.
Yeah, I know, but it's, if it's their thing where they want it to be shared, then so be it.
Yeah.
Me and H are the same.
I think Mum Wolf just never got round to it.
It's... Mine's all done, dusted, bolt paid for. It's like, happy days. You got to be practical these days.
Yeah. Because we weren't actually sure where he wanted to be scattered. We're like, where do you want to be scattered? Don't know. Could be the middle of Loch Ness. Or could be this little island in the middle of Loch Lomond. Or it could be under this specific tree in this Buddhist institute in the Lake District. Okay, completely random selection then. We don't really know.
Got no point. No worries, where I end up, because the way I look at it is I'm gone by then.
Yeah, you just
I ain't going to know. That's... Our only thing is we get scattered together. That's the thing. So whoever goes first gets left in the urn. And once the other one goes, we then get scattered together. So
I think that's what we're doing. Put them together.
Yeah.
There's an old Halo joke that says, I won't care because I'll be dusting echoes.
Exactly.
If you don't know the original Halo game, you won't get that joke.
Yeah, not the most greatest thing to talk about live on air, is it? But hey, you've got to prepare these days. That's how I
can
see
put an
it.
amusing slant on it.
Yeah, I just think that's the biggest thing people don't do. They don't prepare, do they?
Nope.
And yeah. So I'm content with it. It's like, yeah, I ain't got to worry now. It's all done.
Oh, excuse me.
You will move.
I'm rubbish at preparing for anything, me. I just leave everything to the last minute and then go, it's the last minute.
No, it's...
Somehow I manage to normally get away with it more often than not.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I think the most difficult part of all of it was sitting down and discussing it all with the boys, because they was like, dude, what are you telling us? Blah, blah, blah. Is there something we need to know then? I went, no, it's just I like to be prepared so that other people don't have to rush around and faff about. Yep. I said, so you now know this is all the details. There's the card. There's the numbers you called. End of. Job done.
Yeah, you don't have to run around. You don't have to worry that you did the wrong thing.
Neat and tidy. That's my wishes. You're, carrying out my wishes and job done.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. No funeral, nothing like that. Pure cremation. Bang. Come and get the stiff. Burn it. Bring the ashes back. Forget it. Move on.
The hardest bit was for them was finding where they could get a tutu that size.
Exactly. I mean, my only stipulation is the gold hot pants must be worn.
Yep. The sparkly afro.
Oh, yeah. Got to,
wig,
mate.
Obviously.
Got to have sparkly afro wig, yeah.
Yeah. Finding a school disc jockey that can do school discos and funerals is a strange combination, but
yeah,
there'll be someone out there with a strong Bolton accent that does school discos and funerals.
Oh yeah, as long as they go, do you like that?
Yeah, and then every now and then they got the microphone and go, yeah, and nobody can stop anything they say. Yep. We now take to the dance floor for the fighting. Oh no, that's Scousers, sorry.
There you go, so that's...
I don't know what your equivalent down there will be, but for me it's every kind of like amateur DJ event has always had like a Bolton accent.
Yeah, down here it is that, I don't know, depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Because obviously when we was in London, if it's a DJ that didn't or wasn't a native Londoner, they would go out of their way to try to be.
Oh, yeah.
And fail miserably. So once you got over that type of person, yeah, it's one of them, innit?
Yeah.
Not had much need since we've been down here, to be quite honest with us. I wouldn't really know what local DJs are like down here.
No. I mean, basically, if anybody there who doesn't live in the northwest of England, ever comes to northwest of England and has to arrange like for a DJ at an event, they all sound like Peter Kay doing his DJ at an event.
Oh, really?
Skit. But that's actually what all DJs in the northwest of England sound like. Wherever you go, no matter who you get to do it, they will sound like that.
Really?
It's kind of a Bolton Berry accent.
Yeah.
But they will sound exactly like... Peter Kay is basically 100% accurate when he does his like wedding DJ. It's absolutely accurate.
Thing is, then people do exist.
Yeah. I've never witnessed a comedian get something so accurately accurate before.
Oh, he's very clever, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Again, I don't think he gets the recognition that he deserves.
He's a very northern sense of humour. I don't think he didn't take that much outside the north, I think.
Yeah, but you go back to like Billy Connolly and that. He translated very well down south.
Yeah.
You know, we absolutely love the bloke. He's like a god down here.
Yeah, but I think Peter Kay's humour is very specifically northern.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, because we watch Rab C. Nesbitt. You know, we got that. You know, we enjoy a bit of Rab.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why it didn't take off that much in other areas, but Like, any comedian that talks about like turning on the big light. It's so northern.
Yeah, but that's a thing down here, the big light.
Yeah.
In your house. Oh, yeah, the big light in the living room type thing, it's the big light.
Put the big light on. I can't see what I'm eating.
Yeah. Don't put side light on, put big light on. Oh, yeah, I went something there. Don't know what it was.
You're an old Frank Dibner. Or Fred Dibner again.
Yeah, he's Fred's brother.
I think you're channeling some kind of like inner Yorkshireman.
I blame the chippy.
Yeah, I think you've got this. Oh, did H find out where he's from?
No, not yet, mate. She hasn't.
Not yet.
No, but it's on her radar.
I think you're basically channeling some like ghost of a long dead Yorkshireman.
Northern. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to send you a flat cap and a boiler suit.
Yeah.
Buy a cap and see the Reek Grand. I'm Festa from London. How you doing? Hello.
He looks after me, he does. But it's funny. He says, there's not many people down here that like my gravy. He said, but you love it. And I went, yeah. He says, weird, isn't it? He said, a lot of them go, oh, it's a bit strong. It's a bit this, it's a bit that. He said, yeah, you like, yeah, I'll have 2 bots of that.
Yeah. I think this is possibly why I became friends with you, because I knew deep down that you appreciated some of the northern things that other people from that part of the world wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I don't mind, mate. To me, mate, I love it. I love going up to Scotland. I used to spend a lot of time up in Haxby, just outside York, because that's where I had relatives.
The fact you can do a passable Yorkshire accent. Yeah. Derby, Bolton. You could possibly hang out at Bolton's, I was going to say Bolton Mega Bowl, but it's like a bowler's car boot sale if it's still around.
Yeah, we've had it in the Zoom when Kipper comes in. He's very Yorkshire, he's got that broad northern accent. And a few folks go, did you understand any of what he said there? And I go, yeah, absolutely. Word for word.
I wasn't sure if he was like a kind of, if he was sort of Bradford or
he's up that Yorkshire way somewhere. It's north of Watford, put it that way.
No, yeah. Wasn't sure if it was like Yorkshire Dales or Lancs.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, he's up. Yeah,
Derby,
he's up that way. But
I'm not sure if he was a Derby Duck or not.
No idea, mate. I will ask him.
It is funny. You go to Derby and everybody does actually call you Duck. It's great.
Because he'll be watching this back in the building and he will message me and say, what's in that box, Cole?
Yeah. He'd be like, I'm from Haringey, you muppet.
Yeah. It's when he knocks on my door tomorrow and says, I only live across the street from you. Oh.
Yeah. I'm Italian. What are you on about? What?
Yeah. Mamma mia. Yeah.
It's a spicy meatball. That might have been racist.
Go, Tricolore. Get you a bit of that. It's funny, we used to have a barber here called Jose, and he was from Sicily.
Oh, yeah.
And
good Italian name.
Yeah, you would walk in there. This is obviously back when I had hair, many years ago.
Yeah, when you had need of such services.
No matter what picture you went in or what description you gave him, you just got the one haircut that he could do, which was a short back and sides.
Back and sides.
That was it. Anyone could go in and go, I want this Tom Selleck style hairdo. Short back and sides.
I was about to say, when I was a kid, the only style you ever came out of the hairdressers was short back and sides.
Yeah. It used to be hilarious because it's like, yeah.
What do you want this? I fancy one of these. Short the back and sides. This is good, yeah?
Yeah, it's like good old Jose. Yeah, that one haircut is all he knew.
Yeah.
So that's got a Tricolore race right
on
there.
I think there was a generation of like barbers in the 70s that's all they could do, and somehow they managed to survive. When the 80s came in and all the new romantic nonsense and all that kind of stuff, they got screwed.
Yeah. That come out their comfort zone, didn't they?
Yeah, they'd be like, what the hell's, what's that? I can't remember the haircuts now.
Yeah, what's with this namby-pamby perm stuff going on, and male hair products? Yeah.
Yeah.
Moisturiser for men. I mean, yeah.
What is this flick you talk about? I don't know.
Yeah. What is this fandangled layering technique that you're on about?
Yes, I asked my hairdresser once for a flick. I was like a little kid. I didn't know. I thought it was really cool. And I came out with the short back and sides.
I could just imagine some trendy young oik trying to go in, if Jose was still alive, that is, trying to explain to Jose what feathering is. I want you to feather in all these different blends. And it'd be like, the short, the back and sides.
He's a minestrone. He's always minestrone.
Yeah, he had 2 settings on his clippers, sides and top.
Sure.
And that was it. I think it was 30 mil on the top and about 0.4 on the sides. That was it.
Yeah, he had clippers with 2 things you could snap on.
Yeah. Yeah, that big old brush round the back of your neck. So,
yeah. Today we have a short and back and sides and a special offer. We can give you sides with short and back.
I should have realised there was a problem with him because he didn't have a mirror that you sat in front of. It was just a wall with a load of pictures on it of hairstyles that you thought you was ending up with but never got.
Oh, yeah. And did he in fact always have the radio with the football on?
Yeah. And the mirror, when he held it around you, you had one in front of you that you held, and he would quickly go, there you go, look, really speedily. And that was it. He was out the door. And then you'd think, let's find a window and have a look. And you would look at the reflection going, oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. It was always when you got home that you were like, oh.
Yeah, you went in for an haircut and you came out with a scare cut, didn't you? And it's like, Yeah.
And you just sit there and you'd be like, I walked all the way home with this haircut.
Yeah. People walk past you with dogs and the dog will go,
or just barf.
Yeah. It'd be like, really? Willing your hair to grow out at the earliest opportunity.
Even the kid at school that's the victim of the bully all the time takes the mickey out of you and you're like, okay, this has got to be bad now.
It's when people used to be able to say to you, oh, you was at such and such hairdressers the weekend, weren't you? How did you know? It's because they too had a scare cut from Jose.
See, we had a number of hairdressers, and I've just realised now, thinking back on it, they were all called Tony.
Yeah.
Taking your Tonys for a haircut. Oh, short back and sides.
Yeah, Italian Tony, was it?
I don't know if he's Italian. It was just they were always called Tony wherever we went.
Yeah.
And they were always, and there was 3 or 4 of them, and they were always, you had like a shop, and it was like this little tiny half building in the middle of 2 other shops, like it was a door, and it was about as wide as the door. The entire barber. It was like there was a gap between 2 shops. They just filled it up with a doorway, then put a room around it, and they were always these little tiny little between shop things. Back in those days,
what we would call a pop-up shop now.
Yeah.
That thing in America, do you get barbers like that in America where you go in and you expect an exotic hairdo and you come out half scalped?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it just a purely uniquely UK thing?
Do you get the ones where they're such like a community pillar that you go in and you get the one haircut?
Yeah.
But nobody ever complains because they're such a legend.
No one ever complains because, it's Jose, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah.
You get what... It's like you go in and you can choose what you want, but you get what you're given by him. It's like, I'll choose your hair for you.
People will go, oh, yeah, but it's Jose and it's all he knows, bless him. And it's like, yeah, but look, I look like I've been mugged.
It's like, yeah, but everybody else does as well.
Yeah, you go in for a haircut and you come out, you feel you've been violated, don't you? You're like, what's happened here? Yeah, you like, and it's like, slow down, you're going too quick, I can't see it. Doesn't matter, he says, I think it looks good.
I can't even remember what a short back and size looks like now in my head. But I remember the joy. I think it was the last time my dad took me to get my hair cut before I started doing it myself, getting my hair cut. He took me and I got a number 2 cut all over, and I was like, wow. I was suddenly like freed from the short back, because until then I was just like, I just sit there and let things happen. I was
short back and sides. Yeah.
And I was like, I want a number 2, and Dad was like, are you sure? And I was like, look, this hairdresser can do one of 2 things. He can do a short back and sides, but I'm sure he can stretch to a number 2, because it's just no cutting required.
Yeah, don't put the comb on for the top. Just go for it.
Yeah. And that freed me then.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it?
Yeah, it freed me from the short back. But I can't remember what short back and sides looked like now.
Basically, it was just above the ears was a number 1, number 2 on the sides. And then literally, if you could imagine putting a hat on your head, you know when you get hat hair, where you get the imprint of the hat?
Yeah.
Everything above that imprint was about 40 millimetres long. Anything below that was a number 2.
I just can't remember what my fringe looked like.
Yeah, think of a US Marine where they have that rectangular hair on the top of their head, short back and sides.
Yeah, okay. But I can't remember what my fringe did.
Or 1970s scientists where they had that big mop of curly hair just across the top of their head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Short back and sides. Traditional memory of being British, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, short back and sides.
And it's one of those haircuts. It's one of those the few haircuts that, like, actually its name tells you exactly what it is.
Yeah. You think of old Kim Jong Flomodom. His hairdo, short back and sides, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I don't think they looked like that when I had my haircut.
That's it's one of them.
I think that's extreme hardcore short back and sides.
You know what I'm saying, Fox. Don't get picky.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Google it. There's pictures of it. You'll see.
I get the feeling that short back, if you Google short back and sides, you might get a whole load of other stuff you weren't expecting.
If you Google short back and sides and you see a rather distressed person in Kodak colour, about 12 years old, screaming his head off because he's had the worst haircut ever, that might be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having to go to school after getting your hair cut was just an invite.
It was the worst.
Was an invite to be bullied, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, it was funny because you always dreaded it, but at the same time you knew that if it was the start of term, everybody else would have had the same haircut. So,
well, the thing is, like you say, you would mock people, wouldn't you? We all did it. They'd come in to go, haircuts, skinhead over there, la, la, la. Yeah, all of that. And then it was your turn the following week, wasn't it? And it's like, there was no mercy. Yeah, it's backfired now, isn't it?
Yeah, karma did its duty there on those days.
You'd be going, someone's been to Jose. Yeah, and then it'd be your mum would go, we're going over to Neil's hairdressers the weekend. I go, damn it, not Jose, please, mum, don't. I'll tidy me bedroom, mum. I'll tidy it, honest love. I'll do it. You need a haircut. Oh, but Jose works at Saturdays. Oh, no. Don't care. She says, you can't go to school looking like that. Damn it. And you used to sit there and there would be like 2 hairdressers. And you'd think, please don't let me get Jose. Please don't. The chair would come vacant and you'd look around and you're like, I'm sure there was 4 people sat next to me. The door was just like, because Jose's chair had become available. You know?
Yeah, who's next?
Who's next?
The funny thing is, right, if we'd actually thought about it for more than 2 minutes, there was absolutely nothing stopping us saving up to get a pair of hair clippers and just doing our own hair.
Exactly.
When we were 7, 8, 9 years old, we could have done that.
Oh, yeah. So then that was it. Your mum would shove you forward. He's next. Damn it. Yeah.
You'd be like, child abuse.
Yeah, you'd be just a little bit off the sides and a little bit off the top. Yeah, no worries. Out come the clippers. You think, I know I'm going to have short back and sides. I know it.
It's like you give him the instructions. You know that every single word you've said has just been completely ignored.
Yeah, you'd be like Edward Scissorhands, the movie, where he goes mad with the scissors and you see all this hair flying up and you look around your feet at this ever-growing pile of hair and you're like, oh, no, I'm going to look like a right mong, you know? And yeah.
It's like, tell me what you think you're going to walk out with and then we'll see what you get.
Oh, yeah. Your mum would go, that looks nice. It'll grow back, love. This isn't the most encouraging thing you've ever said to me here, Mum.
Yeah.
Just saying. You know, but yeah, it'll grow back, love. Don't worry too much.
You've got a bad haircut when he says, we'll go to McDonald's now. You're trying to avoid it now.
Especially if she said, we'll take you down the model shop to cheer you up a little bit. And it's like, I don't need cheering up. She's seen my haircut. Perhaps I now do need cheering. Yeah.
Yeah, the moment they start with the let's make good on this without you even asking for something, you're like, okay, something's gone wrong.
It's like, yeah, this is going to end badly now. Yeah.
Or perhaps already has ended badly.
Yeah.
I can give myself a bad haircut for free, says Edward.
Good man.
I've cut my own hair for the past 25 years, so I wouldn't know, he says.
Yeah.
And Hugh Gordon says, you've had hair for 25 years, are you still 26?
Exactly.
Panzer's in says, morning Festa and Fox. Hey, Panzer.
Hello, Panzer, how you doing, mate?
I still have a full head of hair at 61, says Edward.
Nice one. Good for you, Edward. My hair's long gone, mate, and I don't miss it, to be honest with you.
And Panzer says, Hugh also still has a full head of hair at his age. Just a pity he keeps it in a box. I've thankfully inherited my mum's hair in that my dad had a bald spot at the back of his head. I haven't got that. I've got a receding... My forehead, my front fringe has receded back quite a bit, but...
Yeah, it's no longer a front fringe, mate. It's a back fringe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a side fringe, but I've not got the monk's bald round spot at the back of my head, which my dad had, which is thanks. But the downside
I never had that. I had oval bald spots on the side of my head, so I just shaved my hair in the end. It was easier.
Well, the downside of that is that my dad was, by the time he was my age, his hair was white, and I'd love white hair. Because you can get away with a scruffy beard when you've got a white beard, because with a normal beard, if it's scruffy, you look like a hobo. If it's white, you look dignified, regardless.
Yeah.
White beards always look great.
Yeah, big white beard like that, you're walking around, you're looking for a sailing date, ain't you, when the ship's next going out.
Oh, yeah. And the band played on.
We have saved a fortune, mate, on haircuts, like I say, out with the clippers. I'm lucky my boy's a male barber. So, like I say, once a month he comes over and I get a full-blown Turkish, so that's nectar, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been to a barber in so long, I just give myself a number 2. There you go, done.
Yeah, job done, mate.
And if my beard's all grown out, I'll just give myself a number 2 on the beard areas, like overall, my whole head, just number 2, there you go, done.
Yeah.
Like, takes me 10 minutes, cost me nothing.
Exactly.
And the best bit is that when you've buzzed your own hair like that, for about the next 2 hours, every time you speak, it sounds like you're underwater. You're like, hello, I sound like this. In your own ear, you sound like you're underwater because your head's still vibrating.
Yeah. No, don't worry me at all, being bald, mate. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's only hair.
Yep. You suit it.
Yeah, it's only hair at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people go, oh, baldy, and it's like, oh, get over yourself.
I think seeing you with hair would be like seeing Patrick Stewart with hair. It just doesn't. It'd be weird.
It's it's
like when you see him in I, Claudius and he's got a full head of hair and you're like, ooh, no.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. My boys, they was laughing one day at the wedding photos. One, because it took them a while to recognise it was me.
Yeah.
The first thing Lex said, he said, you don't look right with hair, Dad. He said, this don't look like you. I said, yeah, absolutely. Don't miss it, mate. But you will die if you discuss these photographs with anyone outside this room.
It's like my dad's moustache when he shaved it off. We were kids. He'd always had this, like, moustache in the 70s. When he shaved it off, we were like, well, I don't like it. So he grew it back until we got old enough not to be fussed by it. We really didn't like it. We were like, no, that's not my dad. I want my dad back.
About 6 years ago, I shaved my beard off for the first time since I've been married. And H come in and she went, yeah, you can grow that back.
Yeah.
She said, you just don't look right. I've only ever known you with a beard.
Yep.
Because I had a full beard with the sides back then when I had hair. And then when I shaved my head, I just chopped it to a goatee because I thought, where do you end a beard when you've got a bald head?
Yeah, that's the thing I've often done when I've trimmed my hair is like, you can't grow your beard out that much because you don't know the decorum for...
Yeah, quite often I see blokes that have got bald heads with a full beard with the sides, and it's like... It looks like one of those joke shop beards where you got the elastic round your ears, you know what I mean? And it's like... Yeah, so... I just went and kept the goatee, but when I chopped it, she wasn't happy.
No. Thing is, it's when you're used to it.
Yeah.
It's like me. I think I've only shaved my beard off once in the last like 30 years.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy with it. I was like, no, I don't like my mouth.
Bum face.
I inherited, because my dad was from Glasgow, so I inherited, he had what I can only describe as a very Scottish face. Not a big nose, but he had the prominent nose.
Right.
He had the curly-whirly high-tower engineer hair that Scottish men in the 1950s had.
Yeah.
That no matter what you did, it was like on the top of his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Arnold J. Rimmer hairdo.
Yeah, and he had the small, tight-lipped mouth.
Yeah.
Like the small, Scottish, very small lips.
Yeah.
That looks angry, even though it's not.
Yeah.
But you always look like you're really knocked off with something.
Yeah.
And I never liked that, so I always grew a beard.
Yeah, I wouldn't shave it again because, yeah, it's just...
No, you like being married.
Yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? You know, it's...
Yes.
People instantly recognise you because that's how they're used to seeing you, you know, and it's like...
Would you ever shave your beard off? No, I don't want to die.
It's sometimes you get that curiosity, don't you? And you think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll go for the gamble, and it never works because it's like, yeah, I wish I hadn't have done that.
No.
I did it recently where I forgot to put the comb on and trim the beard, and it went right back to a stubble, and it was like, okay, bum face is back.
Yeah, if you've got like a light coloured beard, it doesn't look like you've got a beard on at all.
Yeah, I have a bit of a cleft in my chin, you know, so it's like, yeah, looks like someone doing a moonie.
And the funny thing is, it's weird, but like, I don't remember when I first grew a beard.
Cool, I was still at school, mate, when I started growing whiskers.
I mean, I was out of school, but I probably had left school for about a year or two.
Yeah.
And I can't remember now, but I'm assuming that I sat there one day and thought, wait, I can grow a beard now if I want to.
And I also remember my English teacher, he said, it's really annoying. I said, why is that? He said, you can grow a better beard than me. He said, you're only 15. I said, sorry about that. I think, you know. He said, no. He said, it's just comical.
He said, no, it's no problem. You're just getting an F.
Yeah, you know, it was like, well, you know, at the end of the day, what'd you do?
Yeah.
Just, you know, was naturally from that. I think my old man had a Neanderthal gene or something, you know.
Yeah.
Half man, half Wookiee, you know. It's like, yeah. And that's where I used to get a lot of mockery, especially on sports, because obviously you would always have the obligatory communal showers at school.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they was all pretty sort of bare-chested and all of that. Like I'd walk in with me Wookiee fluff. Yeah. You'd get the monkey noises and, yeah, all of that.
Yeah. Kids are the worst.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, all right. That's just one of them things. It is funny what kids pick up on, isn't it?
Mm. They pick up on everything.
Oh, yeah, but most kids of that age were probably desperate because they wanted to be able to have a shave and feel grown up like that, you know, but it's one of them, wasn't it?
Right, I've done the leather straps of 3 people now. My
PE teacher, Strickland, used to call me Teen Wolf, which was very encouraging compliment from a teacher there for a growing child, isn't it? Yeah, Teen Wolf. So, cheers, mate.
Yeah, let's join in with the mockery of this child. That's not very professional, is it?
You know. So, yeah, it was one of them.
Don't make teachers like that anymore, thankfully.
Yeah.
What time do you want to go till tonight, Spud?
Oh, I don't know. 2:30, 3, something like that. I don't know, mate.
Okay.
I'm just decaling away. I'm not exactly doing anything strenuous. It's what works for you tonight, mate.
I'm easy.
I know that, but, you know, I didn't like to say it publicly. Wag, oops. Yeah, I mean, I've got the other fair into decal, so it's probably about another hour. So, yeah.
Okie dokie. You have to do some standing up soon.
Yeah, I shall do, mate. I shall do. I should get this fairing done and then I'll have a stand because...
Good girl. Oh, got the sniffles. There we go.
Happy days. Look at you with your snifflage.
Snifflage. what were they called again? Earth pigs.
Earth pigs, yeah.
Earth pigs. As opposed to pigs which are not on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah, earth pigs. I think that is such a cool name.
Yeah. I suppose it's because they live in the earth, don't they? And they eat all the rubbish.
Because I said to her, where on earth did that come from? She says, what my mum used to call them. She said that it just stuck with us, you know. And I'm like, that's cool. Yeah. Different, isn't it? Her mum was Welsh.
Yeah, they got loads of weird names.
From the valleys, bless her. But
from the valleys.
And obviously Helen's Scottish, her middle sister's Welsh. So, yeah. It's because her dad was getting posted all to different places and... Yeah.
Welsh and Scottish, that's double the anger.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
There's lovely.
Oh, yeah. And her mum had that very soft Welsh accent, bless her.
That sort of sing-song.
Yeah.
I love the Welsh accent. It's so nice and gentle and sing-songy.
From the valleys.
Yeah, it's lovely now. I wish I could do a Welsh accent because they are so sort of relaxing and sing-songy. But they're incredibly hard to actually do well.
Yeah, but yeah, she was lovely, bless her.
Mm.
So yeah, because it's funny when I first started courting Ellen, her mum used to always look at her as if to say, "What's he saying? What's he saying?" You could tell that's what she was. Yeah, that's what she was doing because she got a bit lost, bless her.
Translate this London Wookiee.
Yeah, but yeah, she got used to us.
Yeah.
Sadly, no longer with us, bless her.
Hmm. Right, that's the webbing on 3 dudes done now.
Oh, I'm proud of you, soldier.
It's taken a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got 7 more to do.
Yeah, she.
Jake says, he says, I'm off. Night all is falling asleep. That was
you take care, Jake. There you go, mate. And as usual, thank you for coming in and keeping us 2 idiots company, mate, because it does mean a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. I know we say it all the time, but we do mean it. It really does cheer us both up that you all come in and keep us company because, you know, it's just nice.
Edward says, Joke Shop Beard could be a new song. That's my 1970s ska 2-tone band name.
Oh, is it?
Didn't really work.
Yeah.
My granny had a moustache, never bothered me, Grandad, says Hugh. Panzer says, would the Joke Shop Beard go with the clip-on ponytail? Aha!
See what you did there.
There were no clips.
That was my old man's pet hate, beards. That's why I grew a beard. Ex-military man, see, didn't like beards.
Oh, yeah. No.
Everything had to be short back and sides and done in an orderly, proficient military manner. But yeah.
So the first chance you got to grow a beard, grow a beard.
Oh, yeah, that's why I grew a beard. As soon as I started getting stubble at school, it's like, yeah, growing a beard. Beard and long, heavy metal dude hair, you know what I mean? And he hated it.
Hair. Oh, absolutely.
When you get an haircut, I ain't. Why? Because it's really annoyed me. Even better, then I won't. Why? Because now I know it annoys you.
Yeah.
It was a personal vendetta between us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For different reasons that I'll not go into, but yeah.
Yeah. Advice to parents: never tell your kid that something they do is annoying.
Exactly. His biggest bugbear is I never called him the dad word. I always called him by his name, and that used to drive him nuts.
But never say something drives you nuts because the kid will just do it more.
Exactly. It's like, well, when you behave like that, I'll call you it. Until then.
Until then.
Yeah, I didn't do myself really any favours, did I? But
no, you weren't going to.
But yeah. But yeah, the characters, like I say, I remember me step-uncle, Ronnie. He was a diamond geezer.
He's not the one that had the spoons, is he?
No, that's Charlie, my granddad.
That's Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah, most of our family, Charlie's real name was Stan, but the blokes in our family, even now, we use our middle names rather than our first name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of their documentation's got the first name on, but socially you just use your middle name. Don't know why, it's just a thing.
My wolf does that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Only medical staff and nurses call her by her first name.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. It's, my driving licence is my first name, old hospital stuff, that's all my first name, but it's just a thing we've all done, and that's what we do, It's just
so if you hear your first name, you know you're in trouble. If you hear your second name, you know it's somebody you know.
Helen's only ever called me my first name when we did our marriage vows. That's twice in all the years we've been together.
Norman and Stanley Fletcher.
Yeah, it's just one of them, It's just like, whatever. But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, Charlie was the Spoons. That was me granddad on the old man's side. Right. Mickey was me mum's father. Mickey Charnock, Irish, obviously, because me mum's Irish. Yeah. Yeah, he was proper old school. I never, ever saw that bloke in anything other than trousers with the turn-ups, full button-on braces, proper waistcoat, shirt with the shirt with the separate collar. Yeah, he had the armbands on. Never, ever
proper
saw
three-piece.
Yeah, proper three-piece, double-breasted, but with the collar on the waistcoat.
And a woolen three-piece, not a modern fabric.
And he was proper dapper, proper old school, and never ever saw him in anything else other than, even when he was gardening, he'd have his gardening trousers with his waistcoat, with his, might roll the occasional sleeve up one turn. But yeah.
I've said the other week, I'm getting back into waistcoats now. I've been wearing a waistcoat for a week.
Yeah, you've gone full-blown Raymond Reddington at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, but not like a smart waistcoat. They're like wool. It's wool blend, so it's like a wool waistcoat, not a smart suit waistcoat. So it's a thick wool thing, but a proper waistcoat. It's not like you wouldn't.
It's
nice
like a vintage. Look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just nice.
Just feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah, bit of a waistcoat, as my dad would say.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's just the right thing, and you just feel dressed, don't you?
Yeah.
And we can carry it off now. We're men of a certain generation.
Oh, God, yeah.
You'll be looking at beige and Werther's Originals soon, mate.
Maybe not beige. Although I say with my beige Model M keyboard, but hey.
What age, right, does beige come into it? Because you see a lot of blokes, don't you, walking around. And they're like Captain Beige, aren't they? They've got the beige hat, the flat cap with a little bit of pattern trimming laid to it. Jacket, trousers, everything is beige. And it's like, when do they become beige men?
Well, I mean, in the 1980s, that was anybody over the age of 50 who shopped at Burton.
Yeah.
Like my dad.
Yeah.
So,
all that Burton cards, didn't they? The little gold and white Burton cards.
Yeah, because like to me, anybody over 50 in the 1980s and 90s dressed like Frost from A Touch of Frost. Yeah. That's how my dad used to dress. He's like just man from Burton. Everything's beige and boring and yes. But I don't know. I just wish that men still went around in like you say, the three-piece and the nice fedoras or trilbies. I wish the hats were still part of normal wear.
Oh, yeah.
I wish because I was never around for that, and I do like a nice hat. So.
I love looking at old Pathé newsreel because you've got the women all in their fitted suits. Mm-hmm. You've got the blokes all with their hats, the women wearing hats. To me, it just looked rather dapper and right. And
yeah, it's all civilised.
I know times have changed and it's a modern world, but I do like that look, and I just think it looks right.
I loved it when you had in the 1950s, you had all the sort of the trilbies, because the British were never into the big fedoras. They were more trilbies and very small brim fedoras, like fedoras but with like a 1-inch brim.
Yeah.
But then when you had all the sort of the Windrush generation, when all the sort of migrants came over from the Caribbean, and they brought the really napper sort of pork pie hats and the really nice little trilbies and stuff. Yeah. That's when hats got interesting, and then they kind of went out of fashion. And it's like, oh, just as hats got interesting, just as the Caribbean influence with the nice sort of jaunty trilbies came in, and then they all went out of fashion. It's like,
my mum always laughed. She said, no matter where we are, how far away you are from us, she said, I know it's you. She said, because you're the only one wearing a hat.
Yeah.
She said, honestly, she said, you and hats. She said, you've been like it since I can remember.
Yeah.
And that was it, you know, and I like the pork pie. It's my personal choice. And people don't like it. Tough. It's my head.
Nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be the same without your pork pie.
And honestly, it comes in brilliant if you're doing live streams, because if I've got my face cam on, the white balance goes ballistic when it catches the top of my head. So
yeah,
it has got its uses.
Oh yeah.
Especially for people you're streaming with, because they don't get the glow off the top of your canister. But
oh yeah. I mean, I like to wear my hat just because I've always said I've got a kidney bean shaped head, so. My fringe is what I call a Tom Paris fringe. It's not exactly straight. It's a bit wonky like the rest of my face.
For clarification purposes, fringes are on the front of your head. Just saying.
Yes.
That's right, I'm mocking you, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel mocked.
I
feel victimised. But, yeah, I like it because it just hides that. Makes my head look a normal shape.
Connie is in saying hello. Hello, Connie. How
Connie.
are you? Lovely to see
Hello.
you. But yeah, it's one of them. When I first started doing live streams, you know, a couple of people said, why do you wear that indoors? And I took it off and the white light hit my head and I went, now you know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, the minute I step foot outside my house, the hat's on my head.
Yeah.
I feel naked without it if I go out. This doesn't seem right.
No. It wouldn't be you.
And even H is like it now. She'll go, oh, you forgot your hat. I'll go and get it. I'll go, oh, cheers, love. Yeah.
Turn the car around.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway to Edinburgh. Turn the car around, but turn it round.
Yeah.
Have you ordered your new one yet?
No, not yet. I've got a couple. I need to order some new ones because it's getting a bit squished now. So,
Are you getting them made?
Yeah, I'll just get them done in London, mate.
Lovely.
Yeah, we'll do a road trip and, I shall go and get them made.
I wish I had access to a milliner.
Yeah.
We don't have such things in this part of the world. Because a proper milliner could take account of my kidney bean head and actually make a hat that sits
they
normal.
get steamed to fit and all of that lot.
Yeah. If I put a hat on, it can fit, but it kind of stretches the crown a little bit out of shape, and then it looks really wonky and out of shape.
It's one of them.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish, I tell you.
It's nice to have that. I don't know why, I just like them. You know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, don't get me wrong.
If you want to get ahead.
You know, not everyone likes hats, but it's surprising how many people now on YouTube, especially in our own inner circle, are suddenly popping hats on because, it's a gimmick in it as well, I suppose. But
yeah. I mean, the exception is baseball caps because nobody looks good in a baseball cap.
You know, it's kind of what I've become known for in a way, is me pork pie, and it's one of them, isn't it?
I saw some video the other day and it was like some guy doing a game review or something. And he was wearing this baseball cap, but it was like, it was one of these baseball caps where you get a brand new baseball cap and it's got the completely flat peak.
Oh, no, he hadn't curved his peak.
He hadn't ducked his bill, no. So it was like, it was completely flat, and it was one of those American ones where it's like a massive baseball cap that's like about a foot tall.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
please don't tell me it had the gap at the sides.
I didn't see. But I looked at it and I thought,
it didn't quite shape to his head because he hasn't. Oh, no.
I couldn't tell, but it was like, you look like a colossal spod, and I cannot take anything you say seriously because you've got this 8-foot wide brim sticking out in front of you. And of course, needless to say, started with, what's up, my friend? I'm not even watching your video. You know, and they just start with that welcome thing that isn't actually words.
Didn't lean forward, did he, and go smash that like button?
Smash, he might have done. I didn't stay on that long.
Yeah.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. Oh.
Okay, yeah, bell end.
It's yeah boy, such and such with the and pause and close.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
all try to be that ghetto gangster, don't they?
Yeah. He was a middle-aged bloke. That's what made it even worse.
Oh, deserves to get no views then.
It's like, dude, you're a middle-aged white guy. Just give it up.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah, what part of this doesn't work for a white dude, don't you understand?
Yeah. And to make it worse, the branding on the cap, it wasn't even like a truck brand or a sports brand. It was like a Dolce & Gabbana or some crap.
Oh, no.
So it was like a fashion label brand. It was like, oh, really? That's even worse. Like, like a Ponzi, I've just spent $500 on this cap. Yeah, and you still look like a spong.
Don't hold back, Fox, will you, mate?
I cleaned that one up.
Yeah, you did.
It's like, if you're going to wear a baseball cap, at least just duck the bill. Come on.
It's when they're staring at you. Do you see that gap each side of their eyes, don't you? Where you got that triangular shape gap that you can put your fingers in. It's like, dude, just roll the bill. Come on, you can do this. Just roll it. Come on, roll it. Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than looking like you got a dinner plate sticking out the front of your head. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it looks like a tea tray, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want to stand there and put a glass on it, don't you? Go, yeah, thanks, waiter. No. Like, sorry, mate. I thought it was a tray.
It's like, I know trucker caps can look scruffy and everything, but at the end of the day, at least they duck the bill and it looks kind of casual.
Look at us getting all snobby over hats. I mean, come on, look at us too, eh? What are we like?
I wouldn't go as far as to use the word hat.
Yeah.
A hat is something that can be classy. A baseball cap is just not that at all.
Exactly.
Such snobs. But hey, we're British, so we're obviously correct.
Yeah, we're entitled to go all out in hat wars because
yes, because
it's our thing, innit? At the end of the day.
Yep.
Let's just try and line that up again because Captain Calamity and Clumsy here stuck his finger over the side of the decal there and pulled the back part off. So let's just line that back up.
Captain Calamity.
Absolutely, Captain Calamity. If the hat fits, but only if. Absolutely, mate. Panzer says Colin Fox fringe is only on the back of his head due to age. Yeah, bless him.
Yeah, fringes towards the back.
Yeah. But no, it's one of the questions I get asked the most. Do you regret losing your hair? No. I sincerely don't, to be honest with you.
It's not something you can regret because it's not like you made a conscious choice, is it?
No, it's like, yeah. Normally I'll sarcastically, you be saying bald? No, I'm not, am I?
Crap, where's it gone?
Happen?
Has it fallen off?
Here's one.
Right, I think that's him done.
Okay.
We'll bar the tidy up.
Some of that.
Get you some of it. I went all you then, didn't I?
That was uncanny, mate. I felt like I was in a little vacuum then, like an echo chamber.
Were you in the room with yourself?
I was, with myself and Lexi's parcel. Not that I'm still obsessing about it, because I'm not. Yeah.
Right, here's what you need to do. Log on to your Xbox now.
No.
Send him a message saying what was in the damn box. Because I said to him, go and ask him now anyway. He will be on his Xbox now. I'm like, well, log on.
Yeah.
And send him a message.
Yeah.
That's then again, I can't even assume that you and Lex are actually friended on Xbox.
Yeah,
I know what you're like. Okay. I wouldn't have assumed that because,
Yeah, we are.
What's he playing at the minute? Any idea?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah. I never got into Assassin's Creed. It was never my bag at all.
Yeah, he seems to be into that at the moment.
Valhalla. But that's the good thing because, you see, he likes different games to me. So you've got me and him to give you different ideas about things to play. It's good. All kinds of...
He is impressed at my growing Far Cry library.
Nice. Nice.
Because they all live by the armchair scene. He's like, oh, yes.
Yeah. The only thing I would say on that collection is the Far Cry 3 that came in that pack. Don't use that.
Yeah.
It's the crap redone version. Just buy the original version if you can still get it. And then again, I don't think you can. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's just not great. It sounds terrible. I forgot it was that version. Never mind.
It's all good, mate. So, yeah, he is proud. He's like, yeah, the old man with his gaming books.
You should be. Yeah, and even books you've been buying for yourself.
I know, it's scary, yeah. I got the hardback Primal, didn't I, the other day? I was like, I'm so proud of myself.
He sent me a picture saying, look what I've got, and it's a hardback copy of the Far Cry Primal Survivor's Guide. I'm like, whoop. Because I sent him a couple of like guides to the games, like Far Cry 4 and 6. And I went online, it's like Far Cry 4 survival guide type guidebook, softback £1.20, hardback with map £75.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the softback.
Exactly.
Damn straight.
Still the same book.
Mm-hmm. I have to see if I can get the Far Cry 5 map though, because that's quite. I've got the maps for Red Dead Redemption. That was quite nice on my wall, and Skyrim. But I was never in the generation where you used to get cloth maps with games. I wasn't into games at that point, so I missed out on that.
Yeah, even come with stickers for some reason. It's like, yeah.
Ooh. So you can stick things on the map as to where things are.
I don't know. And so I won't use them because, you know, just stay as it is.
You watch. You'll make a model at some point and have a big Far Cry Primal sticker stuck on it. Just for laughs.
I'll turn up with a Far Cry 5 tattoo next when I yeah.
Yeah, when you play Far Cry 3, that's all about having a tattoo. So, yeah, I don't think you've got enough arm to...
No, I've got no skin available now apart from the top of my canister. So.
Yeah, no, the one in Far Cry 3 is all the way up your arm. The tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've got no space. I've got sleeves on both as it is. So.
The shark, the heron, and the spider.
Yeah. Zero space left. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah. I needed to get more tattoos, but I can never think of what to have. I've only got a few.
Yeah, I stopped.
And then it just time passed and I just got too old.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Debbie, the diabetes nurse. She said you're a heavy bleeder now. She said, so yeah, she said it's probably not a good thing now. She said to carry on.
No more tattoos.
Yeah, that's especially on your legs, she said, because you've got that. I had a load of Polynesian tribal stuff done. And it was all being done in the traditional Polynesian way. Well,
with the little tappety sticks.
Yeah, the diabetes, you know, it just wasn't healing. And it was about a year and it was still not healing. And she's like, yeah, you might want to stop now because
stop that now.
You're not healing, mate. And yeah, you're at risk of infection. And Dave, the guy that did all my ink, Helen was going down to get her back piece finished. And he said, oh, how's your leg healing, mate? And I showed him and he was like, yeah, he said, we need to stop now, mate.
Yep.
I said, yeah, I've had that chat with the diabetes nurse. He said, yeah. He said, you know, I've been tattooing you for 20 years, mate. He said, it's sad. He said, but right decision.
I think you're done. Yeah, I think you've got enough.
Yeah. Because like he said, he'd never forgive himself if it caused a problem, especially on the legs.
No.
He said, so I'm going to refuse politely, he said, if you come in and beg me. He said, I refuse politely, he said, to tattoo you anymore.
Yeah.
I said, all right, mate.
Sign of a good practitioner?
Yeah.
But when you start Far Cry 3, it may be a little bit familiar to you.
Oh, really? Happy days.
Not at the very start, but at the start, you might find some of it familiar then. again, all I'll say is the shark, the heron, and the spider. You'll find out.
I do think the intro scenes for Far Cry 5 are absolutely brilliantly done.
Oh, absolutely. I
think that is absolutely gold, that is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, a lot of people would disagree, but I think, like, the story and the characters in Far Cry 5 are, like, the best of all. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm torn between Far Cry 5 and 4, but I actually value the depth of Far Cry 5 a lot more than people seem. A lot of other people do. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's not as good." It's like, yeah, but if you ever actually watch some of the deep dive analyses of the characters of Far Cry 5 that people have done, it's fascinating. There's so much to it.
It's interesting to see some of the chat groups, isn't it, where people talk about the games. And a lot of people go that the whole atmosphere and believability of 5 is just there. The characters are just perfectly done, and
I mean, I don't want to give anything away, and I won't. No spoilers. But for anybody that's not played it, but let's just say that one of the best bits of Far Cry 5 I've come across is where a character uses psychological manipulation on his victims, and the game actually does the same thing to you without you realising it.
Yeah.
Until you've done it, and then you go...
Yeah, they've actually treated you as a patient almost, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you sit there and think, oh, yeah, that would never work. You could never do this and get A to do B. That would never work. And then you think, hang on, the game just did it to me. Oh, crap.
Yeah, and you're going along with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it's very, very well done.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the journey in that game, I must admit, because...
Plus the characters. I mean, it's got its flaws, don't get me wrong, it has got its flaws, but it's so much fun.
That's the key, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get that bubble out, because...
But I started playing 4 again as well. And the difficulty for me is I'm going to be streaming a lot of them, so I don't really want to play through them, so I'm going to probably go back to 3, because that's the one I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
But I've been playing 4 again, and 4 is really good as well. It's like, oh...
You're spoilt for choice, aren't you?
Yeah, and I watched a few more deep dives on Far Cry 4. And I've played it before, so I know the choices. Because the thing with Far Cry games is you always end up with a choice.
Yeah.
And the choice isn't black and white. The choice is, it's a bit like Warhammer. Everybody's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And whichever choice you make, there's a downside. And I'd made some choices in Far Cry 4, but I watched a deep dive analysis of all the characters. And it was like saying, and this ending is technically the good ending. I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that ending next time, because there's different. You can make different choices.
I was watching a YouTube video of all the different endings of it and all the different cut scenes from particular characters. And
oh, yeah.
That's when I messaged you and said, have you ever played it where you don't arrest the father?
Oh, yeah.
And it, because it just is, I love the fact that they thought of that scenario, that the gamer might choose that option, and they thought of everything with it.
Well, that's actually following on from exactly the same thing they did out in Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
At the start, but I would say don't spoil the endings or anything for yourself for them.
No.
Avoid it, because it's all about the choices you make. Check your messages. Check your comments, even.
Jeff says, looking great, Colin, shiny. Oh, thank you, Jeff. He's put in a $5 super chat there. Thank you, Jeff. It's not even had its final clear coats on it yet, mate. It's literally had a mist coat or a tack coat of gloss, and then one single wet coat, and then I'll do more once the decals are down and have done their thing. So, and then obviously it'll be polished to within an inch of its life.
Have the heck polished out of it.
But yeah, it's one of them. You know, Wendy Hickson sent me this bike. And it's like anything, when someone sends you something, you want to try and do it justice. And this tank, Jeff, is the one I had the other day in the micromesh video that I put up, where it had the dimple on its bum. And yeah, it really came up beautiful. But that's red over a bright yellow, just to give it that real lipstick blood red, you know. And
oh yeah, red over yellow looks so
Yeah,
vibrant.
I often get asked what I use to spray my red over, and I actually use, believe it or not, just box standard X8 lemon yellow.
Oh, that'll be me back in a bit.
So yeah, that's what I use, Jeff. It works for me. And yeah, it's something I've always done with me reds, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, and I try to do it where some parts of the bike I want it to look like it's been rubbed, so the yellow's coming through in just a few areas where your backside might bump the edge of the bike, you know, because although it's going to be shiny, I still want it to look as if it's been ridden. So it'll have a little bit of ghosting along the base of it, of a bit of, to me, a smoke, just to give it a little bit it's been ridden look. So Panzer says, 2 obvious flaws in Far Cry 5. Helicopters crashing for no reason at all. And my favourite, the mad NPC and animal encounters. Yeah. Hugh says, to be honest, there's enough external mind manipulation going on, he says, without games helping. Don't get pulled in by external influence. Live your own life. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, there's too much manipulation in life and people trying to impose their views on you and all of that lot. It's like, yeah, just think for yourself. If you don't want to watch or vote or do whatever you want to do in life, just make your decisions. That's what makes us all human, because we can think for ourselves. But yeah, that's coming together quite nicely. I'm beginning to feel it now. This will all be let to settle. That'll go in the box in a minute so that dust don't get on it, etc. I'll go back over it with a bit of extra strong just to pull the decals and get them to conform. Let's snooze that, just to get them to conform to all the undulations. And that is then ready for that to have its final clear gloss over the next couple of days. I want the decals to go off for at least 24 hours. Any solution to gas off, that sort of thing. And then I shall go through, blow air over them to get any dust and detritus off. And then I'll do the final gloss coats on it. So I'm hoping for next Friday's show, we'll be doing the final assembly on it. And I am filming all of this as well. So this will be edited down into a bike video build for you as well, so you can see. For anyone that hasn't watched the live streams, they don't have to watch 3 hours of me prattling on. They can just watch a short video instead. So that's the idea anyway. But I like to film whilst I'm doing the live streams, because it just gets it up as extra content, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm pleased with it. It really is. It's a beautiful kit. Goes together really well. I like the decals. They seem to work. Brum, 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 brum. So much so, I'm actually buying another one, Jeff, the identical bike, because before it got to this stage, I caught a silhouette shape that I like. So I'm actually going to do one as a steampunky type rat bike type thing. So that's all I'll describe it as. And I'll let the video, when it comes out, do the talking of that build, because I won't do it live. I shall just film it, and then when this bike video comes out, I shall put the alternative one with it as well. Excuse me. Edward says, I'm just getting into shiny. He says, I need to get some 2K and some micro mesh. Bought some wet polishing compounds. Good man. Just painting and some clear gloss until I get some product. No sanding and polishing. Yeah, absolutely. Hugh says it's 2:30 a.m. My bed needs some loving. Night all. Sweet dreams. You take care, Hugh. Lovely to see you, mate. Always nice to see you. Yes, Edward. 2K. I've still got industrial automotive 2K in like big litre tubs that I've got from my old spraying days, you know, and so I tend to use a lot of that. yeah, the big thing is make sure your decals are down, that there's no areas where the 2K can get under the decal, you know, because it will cook your decals otherwise. Just be careful with it. But yeah, he says he's also bought some bare metal foil, proper old school, mate. Gets in there, my son. So yeah, what have I done on the bike this week? Obviously, I attached the Foxx. Done a bit of work on the chain from the last show, did the first layer of the brake fluid showing through the bottles, all the suspension rig went on. Other side, I got me brakes, exhausts are done, which is a shame because all of this will get covered with the actual heat shields and things like that. And I've got all my cabling and tubing to do as well yet. And then obviously when it's finished, it will go on its actual paddock stand, which is just there. So when it's on display, because I shelve these, they all go on stackable shelves, me bikes. So it'll spend its time sat on a paddock stand, see. But once these fairings are on, give you an idea, she's going to look rather sexy, isn't she? Whoa! Isn't it, eh? Whoa! Whilst you're in the chat, PJ's a tifosi Ferrari person. What did you make on yesterday's news about Sir Lewis going to Ferrari in 2025, PJ? What do you make of it, mate? Are you pro? Are you anti? Do you think it's a good thing? Yeah. I think it's good for Ferrari. Was it $7 billion that their share price increased, or their stock value went up by $7 billion in one day after that announcement? That's a serious amount of money, isn't it? That's proper, isn't it? So what's left to do on this bike is I've got the wonderful job of doing all the wheel stickers, or decals even, stickers. What planet are you on, Carl? So I'll drop the wheels off the bike during the week and I'll sit and do the wheel decals. Either that or I'll do them live on Friday, I don't mind. So I've got to do the front and, excuse me, front and rear wheel rim stickers. So I'll just run a bead of gloss around the inside of the wheel rim so that I've got a nice gloss surface to put them on. And then once they're on, I'll then, what colour were these wheels? They're X8, it's a semi-gloss black anyway, so then I can put a semi-gloss clear over the top of it. And that'll cook the decals in. And then literally it is final assembly, isn't it? Because we are up to the rolling chassis stage. Got all my pipes to do, all the brake lines and all of that lot to sit and lay out. And that'll be this bike off the bench then, ready for my next Friday build, which is just to my right there. So I'll be starting that on the Friday Frolic next, because what I want to try and do going forward with these streams is I want it to be whatever I'm working on the bench will be what I stream live, just so that I haven't got 15 kits on the go at once, because it's getting a bit hectic moving around in here with all the different builds. So yeah, so I've got my next build lined up ready. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to starting. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'll unveil that in a couple of weeks. I've got my digger going into primer during the week so that can come out and get painted up and finished as well. So that'll be making an appearance again. But yeah, just keeps it random for you all. Things like the heat shields have got to go in, the internal fairings, the side covers with all the ECUs, rear seats, cross member. So yeah, we can probably knock this out and finish this next Friday, I hope. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Hopefully if Wendy's watching this back, she's happy with it. Jeff says it looks an absolute jewel, mate. Yeah, I'm really liking it. It's that Ducati red, isn't it? It's just really nice. So yeah, I like it. Like I say, once it's had a polish, Nice bit of polish on there. Yeah, it'll look nice. And then I'll make a point of taking more than one photograph. PJ says Lewis to Ferrari is good business. Felt sorry for Carlos. Yeah, I'm hoping Carlos will jump straight into Merc, but somehow I don't see it. I think Toto would like Albon. I think he'd like him to go there. But either way, I think Carlos isn't finished with F1. I think he'll find a drive somewhere, either Audi or Williams. There is rumours that him and Mattia Binotto are going to go into Audi as a unit, so that'll be interesting. No, it's shrewd because I think Formula One was risking becoming a little bit stale because all the drivers were committed to long-term deals, and I think this has thrown everything. You know, he's activated his break clause a year early and gone for it and announced it now, which I think gives Mercedes plenty of time now to find a replacement. So for both parties, I think it's the right decision, to be honest. Because there would have been a parting of the ways imminently at the end of this contract, so it's done now, isn't it? Stops all the speculation. Yeah, so that'll be where we finish with that. I'll wait for his lordship to come back, and then we'll break the show up. If not, I'll end shortly, because I've got to ring the wife and get her out of bed anyway. So, yeah, it might be an idea to wrap up for the night, because I don't know how long Fox will be. So yeah, if you're happy with that, folks, the bike is coming along nicely. I hope you're enjoying what we're trying to do for you. In the meantime, a massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you for coming in and keeping us both company. I'll be back Sunday with Dave doing the Festa and Dave stream at 2 p.m. Pretty much gallery stuff will be going in there. I'll try and catch up with Dave and find out what we're up to at the bench. Might be something on the group build yet, I don't know. So yeah, I will say to each and every one of you, stay safe out there, stay well, thank you for your ongoing support, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, folks. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.